And welcome to the Bronze Reaper podcast. I'm your host, Rosalind Perkins. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing great. Today we got a great show, and it's a thinking show. No matter what part of the Black Diaspora you're from, this is something that we should be thinking about. Did foundational Black Americans, or also known as Black Americans, turn their backs on the Black Diaspora? It's a it's a far fetched question because I don't think we have done anything like that. We had done something similar, but with a different person. I'm thinking about Pan Africanism, but we could throw Pan Africanism into this situation, and we can talk about this. Me per se, it depends how you look at it. You know, I have always seen it like that. It's how you look at things. If you look at it as, give me a second, everybody. Let me look at the. Let's see. Something's off. I think that's perfect. Yeah. If you look at it as, it depends how you look at it. Good morning, Dorsey. Salute, salute. Good morning, Convo. Salute, salute. It depends how you look at it. If you look at it as not helping, yes, they did turn their back. Um, or if you look at it as, telling you to handle your own shit, no. It depends how you look at it. I personally want to throw up a poll right now. I'm gonna throw up a poll and I want to see what y'all think today. Let me see. I'm gonna throw up two polls actually. You know what? I'm gonna throw that poll up on Friday. The reason why I want to throw this poll up, and I think it's very important, is because I want to see how y'all think about certain things. Me, I'll tell you in 30, 45 minutes how I feel about the whole situation. Because it's weird how people look at certain things, and it's weird how and when I say weird, I mean like, okay, was it a necessary thing? You know, anything can be necessary. I personally think. I think this was necessary. If you think they turned their backs on Black America, I mean on the Black Diaspora. And when I'm talking about the Black Diaspora, I'm talking about blacks. I'm talking about African Americans, Caribbeans, Latinos to a certain extent. Give me a second, everyone. Latinos to a certain extent. It depends how you look at things. I, and me just being a Rochland, me being a Rochland, I don't think it's a big deal. Um, And the reason why, because Africans say that they're resilient like Black Americans. They say that they're better than Black Americans. And I'm just looking at it as, outside looking in, and what have y'all been saying for the last 30 years? You work harder, you're better than Black Americans, we're lazy, and we don't want to hear that, oh yeah, you got that from the white man when you came over, because at the end of the day, you have a choice. Your choice could have been like, yo, let me wait and see how these folks is. But you listen to the white man, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. That's you choose who you want to listen to. But on the other hand, I can't get mad. I used to be mad at situations like that, and the reason why I said I was mad at situations like that because um would we be better stronger? Wouldn't we be stronger um as a group? Yes. But I feel like, and this is just me, a lot of these Caribbeans and these Africans and these Afro Latinas don't want to put the cause first. They want to put their people first. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's cool. But at the end of the at the end of the day, people have to understand that their days is gonna get worse. Your days is gonna get worse because of that. Because you wanna be I wouldn't say anti-black. Well, yeah, anti-black, but you wanna, instead of fighting with us, you wanna go against us, and it is what it is. Like I said, it is what it is. But this is what comes with the situations of, your actions. This comes with your actions and your your philosophy. So it's I'll tell everybody, don't. I'm gonna say this. That's why I say it's a yes and it's a yes and a no. To me, it's a yes and a no. You know. Hold on a second, everybody. I'm still doing like a lot as well, so again, don't mind me of what I'm doing. I'm still listening. I'm still talking, and I'm still trying to get things together. So I apologize. Um, but also, I appreciate all the people who came on the show to watch the Reaper Nation. Um, Sorry, everybody. If you couldn't hear me, I will repeat it again, and it's because I was doing a lot of work. So Ping Fu is the first one to get blocked from this show, and the reason why Ping Fu has got blocked is because Ping Fu tried to get my show demonetized. And all the work that I put into this show so everybody can talk, from Pan Africans to white supremacists to a foundational black American to a regular black American to a Caribbean to a tether, just so all of y'all can have a platform. I took that as disrespect and I blocked him. I don't think that was right. As many times he called black people monkeys, niggers, even, and I'm sorry too, and even platforms from Mexicans and stuff like that. And shout out to SP, but I took that as disrespect when you try to get my show demonetized. Because at the end of the day, we haven't broken no laws and no rules and stuff. And if you have to do that to my show, you don't need to be on this show. You don't need to be on this show. Um, all I tell y'all to do, and the only thing I ask y'all to do is respect the laws of the land. Respect the laws of the land. So like I said, I took it as disrespect and the spit in the face of the Bronze Reaper media and the platform that I gave to him. I gave him a platform. I gave him a platform where he can talk about my show or what he wanted to talk about. I let him put Stop Asian Hate a million times on this show. Because the niggas trolling you, you shouldn't take that on my platform. You shouldn't try to get my platform deleted. So at the end of the day, Ping Fu will always, if he ever comes back on the show, I'll just block him again. I don't need people like that on my show and stuff. Like I said, we all have different ways of thinking. We might not appreciate of how people think, but at the end of the day, you're not gonna get my show demonetized. Or even try to get my show demonetized. I just have you not be on this show. I'll just have one less person on this show. So like I said, I took it as disrespect, and there's just so much stuff that I wouldn't want nobody to be on this show. What happened while I was away? Ping Fu tried to get my show demonetized. I mean, he tried to get my show deleted. I apologize. You know, so I blocked him. So I had to block him. And like I was just saying, Convo, I don't need people like that on my show. And I give people platforms. I give y'all platforms to say whatever y'all want to say in the live chat. Um, and like I said, if there's gonna be a problem, we don't need you on the show. And that goes to anybody who's trying to get this show deleted. Just don't be on my show. Don't watch my show. I don't need y'all on my Stop the black and Asian. But you gotta understand, Shabaka, that's not coming from the black community. Like, this is what I don't get. Black people are the most forgiving, most accepting people ever, but y'all demonize us. I always had a problem with that with you, Shabaka. We're the most giving, we're the most accepting, we're the most forgiving people. You could do something to us harsh and we will forgive you. He better chill. And the thing about it, everybody blames Black Americans for everything, and to this day I still don't get it. Do I am I gonna try to figure it out? No, I'm not gonna try to figure it out because at the end of the day, that's a you problem. That's a you problem. And like Shabaka, I let you say any and everything. Will I sit you down a little time? Yeah, if you break the laws of the land and stuff like that, or or you try to gaslight. That's the only thing. But other than that, I wouldn't block you, Shabaka. That's not my intentions to block you because I made this platform for people like you as well. So it's like I said, I'm gonna say this. It's not only just for Black Americans. It's for everybody, you know. This is why I do the topics that I do. And even with my ideology might be different from others where I give people the benefit of the doubt, you know, and that's just who I am. I always give people the benefit of the doubt, but when you're trying to do that to my show because you feel a certain type of way, yeah, we got a problem. We got a big problem, you know. But yeah, it's. I'm gonna say this, Shabak. It's not. There's no stop Black and Asian hate. Nobody's not hating on Asians in the Black American community. We don't really fuck with them like that, you know. And it's not because oh we don't like them. It's just they just don't fuck with us. They have never fucked with us. You know, maybe like some of them in the 1930s because there wasn't the biggest population, so they were in our community. You know, we broke bread with them, you know, from time to time. But other than that, it has never been like, oh, yo, it's a unity thing. You know, I will say that we're gonna start the show in probably like 15, 20 minutes. Because there's certain things that I do want to talk about this topic. Uh, you gotta show. Ain't no black and brown correlation. Yeah, there is no black and brown correlation. I personally don't haven't. I don't think there is. There were, like I said, there has been a few brown niggas that fuck with us, but at the end of the day, it was we always seen them as rebels because their people were doing different. You know, that's why I always this is a disconnect with me and Be Active. Be Active can't tell the truth, and this shit is documented. You know, this shit is documented saying that these people didn't fuck with black people. You know, like it's documented. It's not like I'm lying or I'm trying to make somebody look bad. Were there some Latinos that did fuck with black people? Absolutely, but we gotta be personally honest. Their parents were saying, "Don't bring those fucking Morenos around." You know, and like I said, black people wouldn't even know what a fucking Moreno was if it wasn't for the Puerto Ricans. You know, I'm just being personally honest about the whole situation. Like if you want to lie and say, "Oh, like yo, we were all one group," okay, you can, but we know it's a lie. Hold on one second, everybody. Jesus Christ. But yeah, but we're gonna watch a few things today. We're gonna watch a few. Maybe we're gonna actually watch two Tyreek Nasheed clips. We're gonna watch the Vince Mensa clip. The reason why I want to watch Vince Mensa is because Vince Mensa is a African. He's an Obama. You know, he got connections like Obama. That's how he's connected. He's connected with Africa more than he's connected with America. Um, do I get what he's saying? Yes, absolutely, I get what he's saying, but I will be personally honest. What he's trying to do doesn't exist. You know, and this is just me. It doesn't exist. Give me a second. Yeah, it doesn't exist. Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna say this. This is the reason why there's a delineation. And I'm gonna do two hypotheticals to you because I know a lot of y'all like hypotheticals. One hypothetical, let's say yes, black Americans are turn their backs on Africans and let's say the Black Diaspora. I'm gonna say, okay, you know what? There was a reason why. You know, the reason why is because they never actually been a group with us. And for us just to help them because they got fair skin, I think that's an issue. That's an issue. That goes against all that goes against everything that our grandparents told us about people who look like us and that isn't about us. And the quote is your skin folk isn't always just your kinfolk. So it is when y'all look at that, it makes sense. Hold on one second. Let's see what Shabaka say. Because FBAs are not organized enough to do anything but cry and complain and insult other people. The FBAs is not working to achieve anything but hate others, hate of others. I'm gonna say this, Shabaka. That's false. The reason why it's false because that's not true. Black people never hated on anybody. If anything, black people forgave everybody. We forgave the Latinos, we forgave Africans, Caribbeans, and y'all just did the same thing. Y'all still said the same thing. So at the end of the day, it's just like, yo, y'all gotta defend for yourself now. You gotta do what's best for you now. You know, you could get mad at black Americans and we can be like, yeah, we understand why you're mad, but at the end of the day, you can't just gaslight people because they don't want to help you. You know? Give me a second. Let me turn the heat on. And also, everybody, before we start, like and subscribe and comment in the live chat. Um, Hold on, let me put something up here. And comment in the live chat. But to comment in the live chat, you got to be a subscriber. So if you're new to this, subscribe. And you could be in the live chat with all the the Black American family, the tethers, the white supremacists, the just everybody, man. I have probably one of the dopest audience. We come. It comes from a lot. It comes from people who listen to Nick Fuentes, the Tariq Nasheed, Afro Lee, Breeze Omega. It comes from a lot of people. So at the end of the day, like I said, I appreciate everybody coming on this show and like I said, it's a fun show. It's a fun show. Do some of us get mad? Yeah, some of us do get mad. Not talking about blacks. I'm talking about blacks are FBA. Most of us are Shabaka. You cannot separate people from their lineage. Foundational Black American is a lineage. It's not an African lineage, but it's a foundational black. It's a Black American lineage. I know, and I'm gonna say this. I know you're not the brightest. You're not the sharpest tool in the case, but you know what a foundational Black American is, man. I don't want to play these theatric games with you, but let me get back to what I was saying. Let's say that Black Americans or foundational Black Americans, whatever you identified yourself. Let's say we did turn on Africans. I will say we have a good reason too. First of all, y'all really never helped us. Y'all hurt our communities more than y'all helped. The people that you bring over here from other countries are the worst of the worst. You don't bring your good people over here. Then you have this ideology coming over here that I mean, when you come over here, you already have your perspective about Black Americans. So at the end of the day, we don't really need y'all. We don't need y'all because at the end of the day, Black Americans is doing good now. We've been doing good. We've been doing being good. We've been doing good after we stopped fucking with y'all. We stopped helping, and we just told y'all, yo, y'all got to handle that shit yourselves. Stop looking always looking for help, and that's just how I feel. And this is a hypothetical. um I'm gonna be. It's true. Y'all got to stop looking for help all the time, man. I think that's your issue. Instead of uniting with people in your country, you want to unite with the smallest percentage in North America. So it's weird, man. I will say that it's very, very weird. It's I wouldn't help you at all. I'm gonna be personally honest. If I was supposed to, I wouldn't. I wouldn't help you at all. Y'all did so much damage to the community, and Shabaka, I'm gonna say this: you are the result of the damage that you did to the community. Foundational Black Americans are not a lineage. Come before enslaved. No, no, Shabaka, that it is a lineage. You know, let's just say this, Shabaka, you don't accept it. Just say that you don't accept it. You can't say what is not. Africans in America have done nothing to Black America, and it's the FBA's the mouthpiece of racism. And Black people can't be racist, Shabaka. This is why all that Democrat talking that you do, it hurts the Pan African community. Y'all been. I'm gonna say this for the last probably 6 7 years. People like you, Shabaka, Dr. Umar, even Professor Smalls, and certain components have been hurting the Pan African community. Like y'all are a king without no y'all are a land without no leader. That's what y'all are right now in the Pan African community, and Black Americans see that y'all can't even do for self. Y'all can't do for self. And we already know what happens when Black Americans help. We get the short end of the stick. I don't want no symbolic thank yous. What do I get? I don't get no land from helping Africans. I get no citizenship. I get no resources. So at the end of the day, you can help yourself. You know, and that's just how I see it. You can help yourself. And all this, and this is why I say, and especially with your talking points, just because you don't believe what I believe, it's wrong. Let's say this. Can I say that Pan Africanism is a real movement? I could say Pan Africanism isn't a real movement because, and I'm gonna say this: Pan Africanism isn't a real movement is because they have no leader, they have no cause, there's no end game. Their end game is all black people moving to fucking Africa. That's a fairy tale. That's what it is. It's a fairy tale. You know, no Africans anywhere has ever. Yes, y'all have. Yes, y'all have. Y'all was asking for unity. Y'all was asking for help. When Donald Trump got in that office, y'all was complaining, talk about we need to work together. You, the Latinos, it's the liberals, and we told y'all, yo, y'all need to give us something. Y'all need to do something for the Black community. You need to talk about what are you going to give the Black community. You didn't say shit about the Black community. But you said something about the immigrants. You said something about the LGBTQIA community. You even said some shit about the white liberal community, or also known as the white community. I just got to be personally honest. It's just the shit that y'all do doesn't work anymore. It just doesn't work anymore. You can't get mad at black people because you can't hoodwink black people anymore. So it's like you can be mad and I'll accept you being mad, but at the end of the day, you can't be mad where, you know, you're lying on black people. You know, you disrespecting us, calling us Africans, and we're telling you, like, yo, don't call us that. You know, stop calling us that. We're seeing that as disrespect, but you don't give a fuck. And this is why I said it's like I said, this would never work with the black community. We don't need Pan Africanism. Shabaka's mad about delineation. Yeah, that delineation is serious. It's serious because at the end of the day, you got to understand they can't tether, they can't parasite off of black success. Like, look, for example, I'm gonna give you an example. And I might do a topic question on this. Is Black History Month for Africans and other people from the of a diaspora? You know, this is what we're thinking. This is that shit. And the thing about it, we have done. I'm gonna say this: we have done so much for. Hold on. We have done so much for the African diaspora. It's so bad that they don't even want to give us credit for it. They don't want to give us credits for helping get Nelson Mandela back. They don't want to help. They don't want to give us credit for helping the Ethiopians from Italy. What's it? Mussolini, I believe it was. Then when they try to give us the land, the Jamaicans stole the land. The Jamaicans stole the land. Once they gave Black American land, the Jamaicans went over, brought their little dusty ass to fucking Ethiopia and took the land. And this is the shit I'm talking about. We don't benefit from helping y'all. We don't benefit at all. So it's there's no need to like I said, this is why I gave the hypotheticals. Like, okay, let's say we did turn our back on y'all. So what? What y'all niggas is gonna do about it? There's a reason why we turned our back on you. There's a reason why we don't want to fuck with your causes anymore. There's a reason why niggas is pushing back on Pan African like it's Christianity religion, like it's a Christianity religion. This is why people are doing it. It's not hard to really think about what's going on. You an African, whether you want to be or not. See, look it. That's what I'm talking about. This is why we're pushing back on y'all. This is why we want the delineation. This is why we will never accept Pan Africanism. This is why it's a failed movement. I don't know what's going to be the most failed movement. The Pan Africans or the Black Lions, the Black Lion Party. It's just y'all niggas be running around here with all these koofy glasses and these koofies and these gel glasses on and stuff, and the dashiki talk about, oh yeah, we're going back to Africa. Niggas don't want to go back to Africa. Niggas see how Africa looks like. You think they're gonna have us living lovely in Africa? You're fucking crazy. There's no need for us to go to Africa. Africans don't like us, no matter where we go. And the question I'm gonna ask y'all is, what country? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna make a. Give me a second. Oh, I can't. Hold on. Give me a second, everybody. Give me a second, everybody. Hi everybody, I'm back. That was my auntie. I apologize. But yeah, I'm gonna be personally honest, Shabaka. I'm gonna say this also too. It was a turn off. The shit that y'all do. And the thing about it, I'm gonna even say this: the word African is a white man's word. It's not an African word. You want to call us a white man's name instead of instead of us getting the identity that we all agree on. So what's going on, Ray Ray? Salute, salute, salute. But yeah, you giving us a white man's name, and when I say white man's name, I'm talking about African. African is technically a white man's language, or a white man's colonized name, just like Nigerian, just like Ghana, just like Kenya, Uganda, Egypt, Morocco. So it's weird that you talk about a lot of white men and colonizing, and like y'all don't, like, again, y'all don't have a leader. Y'all, I'm gonna be it's true, man. Yeah, delineation is kicking their ass, man. Just look how they talked about Black Americans. They think we insult them. Do I insult y'all? Sometimes, yes. I insult a lot of people. I call them jokes, because I'm joking around with y'all. I wouldn't want to see any of y'all hurt, But it's just you again, Shabaka. You can't handle Black culture. This is why you have to go to Pan Africanism. You know, and that's why I say you are a detrimental to what's going on in America right now. So yeah, it's bad, but it's like, I'm not surprised. It's like I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised how you think about Black people, what you think about black people, why you think about it. Excuse me. Sorry, everyone. But Shabaka, I understand, and the reason why I say I understand, because you're a hater. You hate on Black Americans. You hate, you know, the progress of Black Americans. You always want to throw an African into something when a Black man is doing something. So it's a weird situation, man. It's always has been a weird situation. Give me a second, everyone. I think I can do super chat now. Give me a second, everyone. Mm, give me one second. You will be redirected to Essence for YouTube to complete this. Yes, I have existed. No, I don't have an existing account. Give me a second, everyone. Let me see. But yeah, everybody, I think I got super chat now. Hold up. Let's see. I think I got super chat, everyone. Yeah, give me a second, everybody. All right. Within 2 to 3 weeks, I might have super chat. So just give it time, everyone. But yeah, like I was saying, everyone, it's this comes with the territory of just being a Black American. People are always gonna hate us because what we talk about. And the thing about it, we talk about it with our people and stuff, and you see these people just being nosy and stuff. Give me a second. Uh, all right, so I gotta give it a few more. I gotta give it a few weeks. It'll take some time, everyone. So yeah, we will be having super chat soon. Um, but yeah, other than that, I want to say, hold on, let me see what time it is. All right, 5 more minutes, and we're gonna jump into the show. I want to say this. It's to you, Shabaka. Hold on, let me see what Ray Ray said. Ray be saying some good shit. Why did it? Why didn't it turn on them? I mean, we just did the math and decided we don't need them. Yes. I would say this. We cut down the extra baggage. You know, and I'm gonna say this: Pan Africanism is extra baggage. It's just extra for no reason. You know, like we are all black and yada yada yada. Then blaming Tariq Nasheed. Like, why are you blaming Tariq Nasheed, man? Like, and Tariq didn't do nothing to y'all niggas. You know, Tariq Nasheed just told the truth about what's going on in that country. You know. Give me a second, everyone. Uh, but yeah, Tariq, and this is the thing, Shabaka. This is where I say, yo, y'all don't take accountability for all the stuff that y'all do. I think that always has been a problem with me. We saying that it's a lineage, and you're mad. You're doing what the white supremacists used to do in the 50s and the 60s. And I'm talking about the Black Power era. Um, and let me see. Pan Africanism hasn't done anything for Africa. Pan Africanism is doing the same thing as the AEU are doing. The African Union is doing. And I'm gonna say this: in the 1950s and the 60s, they didn't want the Jamaicans, they didn't want the Caribbeans in the African Union. So it's we got. I'm gonna say this: you Caribbeans, you got to take it as it is, and you know this. Me, I'm fair game. If I have information, I will give you the fair game. The Africans didn't want you into the African unions in the 60s, the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. Y'all just became in the African unions in the early 90s, I believe. Was it the early 90s? I think it's the early 90s. Um, so again, Caribbeans, you got to think about what y'all are doing with these Africans and who is a part of these African the African who's in these African seats, man, that's saying now they want you here. There's a reason. If something's too good to be true, then it's too good to be true. If the white man is using FBAs, explain the Congo. Facts. Explain the Congo. We can't, you know. I'm gonna say this, Shabaka, that red, black, and green doesn't mean what it really means. I'm gonna be personally honest, and the reason why I have to be honest about it is Again, y'all haven't done anything for Black Americans. Y'all hurt the Black community more than you helped. So it's not like I'm lying about the situation. African is the lineage of Black. No, it's not. Because at the end of the, first of all, Africans even said that. It's like, yo, we are all different. They were the ones that's telling us that we were different. So don't sit here and act like it was us. This is what I don't get, Shabaka. Your own people were saying this. Your own people were saying this. And this, again, I have to bring this up. If you don't police your own people, this is what happens, Shabaka. Like, I gotta understand, why are you blaming Black Americans for what your people did? Your people say that Black Americans were African. Your people say that they didn't know that they were Black until they got to America. They say that. We didn't say that. We just agreed. When we were saying, yo, we were Black, when we were all on this Pan African stuff, Shabaka, you didn't defend us. You didn't tell them Africans, yo, you are a fucking lion. You're a detrimental to Africa. You didn't say that. You just let it slide. You let it slide just like that little half breed did. When he was telling us, oh, we need to take the moral compass and forgive the Africans for what they've been saying for the last 40 years. So it's like, Shabaka, like, this is what I'm not getting. Why aren't you holding Africans accountable? You have never held Africans accountable on my show. All you did was make up excuses. That's what you did. You made up excuses for them. So now when a Black American say, yo, we don't want to fuck with these people, you're mad. We don't want to fuck with them because at the end of the day, how divisive they are. They are divisive. And the sad thing about it, you gaslight us and say we're divisive because at the end of the day, we don't want to help them. They can help their own self. You know? What if the Africans, Jamaicans, Haitians, and Africans, Caribbeans, and Latinos did not undermine FBAs when they came to them? Yeah, that would be good. There would be good convo, but at the end of the day, like I said, they don't police their own people. The Africans, the Caribbeans, the Haitians, they run crazy in these streets without their people saying like, "Yo, that's wrong. Why are you doing that? You making us look bad." We police our own people and we still look bad. We still look bad. So at the end of the day, that's telling you something. It's damn if we do, damn if we don't. So it's not like, it's not like, Black Americans is hating. We're not hating. This is the type of shit that goes on in these communities. Like, I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with certain white communities. They're so worried about Black communities and they don't even live in a Black community. They don't have contact with a lot of Black people. But they got issues with Black people. I don't get that. How the fuck you hate Black Americans and you probably never met a Black American before? You don't even know what a Black American is. If you think a lot of these Black Americans look like fucking Africans, then you have an issue. Yeah, it's that's the, and I'm gonna say this right here. Personally, it's not a jealous thing. It's an envious thing. And when I say it's an envious thing, it's because jealous is because, yo, you got mad money. Envious is because you want to be that person. You're mad at that person because he is what you wanted to be. You know, and this is where a lot of these Africans and these Latinos and these Caribbeans, they want to be what we're not. I don't speak Spanish. Yeah, it's they. And the thing about it, I'm gonna say this: a lot of these Latinos have the best of the both worlds because at the end of the day, first of all, they could go to two different countries. They could come to America, or they could go back to their country. We can't do that. We can't go to a country and feel accepted because it's not our country. You could go to a country and be connected to your people. And you could come to this country and get resources. We can't do that in any other country. And this is why I'm trying to tell Shabaka, why are we helping? Why are we helping Pan Africanism? It doesn't help Black Americans. Let me see what. How you gonna get mad at me about Bad Bunny? The thing about it, Black Americans are not mad at Bad Bunny. You know, salute my nigga, but that shit was. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it because I said it yesterday. Salute to Bad Bunny, but the shit was it was ass juice to me because it's I don't know if I didn't get it. All I know is it was about Puerto Rico. This is the I'm gonna say this. This is the experience of Puerto Rico. That's the experience. It's not gonna make me want to go to Puerto Rico. I just personally watched it for the bitches. I watched Bad Bunny show for the Puerto Rican bitches. I didn't watch Bad Bunny to get some type of symbolic message. No, nigga. I watched it for the bad bitches. You know? I didn't watch it for Lady Gaga. I didn't watch it for to see a nigga with a straw hat play the fucking guitar. Nigga, we don't give a fuck. I watched it for the bad bitches, you know? I watch it for the ass and titties and the big booty bitches. I'm gonna be personally honest. I didn't give a fuck about what the niggas was saying, you know? I want to see Maria with her BBL and her silicone boobies, nigga. That's all, nigga. Yo, Cavo, that's all I watched it for, my nigga. I'm gonna be personally honest. Just, hold on, I was watching the game. I didn't watch no Bad Bunny, and y'all not gonna shame me. No, you ain't supposed to be shamed for it. You know, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. You got a choice to feel how you wanted to feel. You know, when niggas was acting crazy about Kendrick Lamar, niggas wasn't mad about it. Okay, nigga, yeah, you don't have to watch it, my nigga. You know, and this is just to me, it's a fair game. I'm not mad. Was niggas mad about it? Yeah, there was gonna be a few niggas mad about it because it's Puerto Rico, but Puerto Rico is connected to America. It's like I'm gonna be personally honest. If somebody do some shit about the Virgin Islands, nigga, the Virgin Islands is a American territory, so them niggas is American. They're not foundational Black Americans. They're it's a funny it's a situation. In fact, the Latino homosexuality festival was disrespectful. But I'm gonna say this, Ray Ray. I'm gonna play devil's advocate today. It's not because I have red on, but that's white culture. Homosexuality is white culture. You know, and the reason why I say it's white culture because you could go damn near just anywhere in a white community and homosexuality is accepted or probably low key done. You know, such as the Spartans. Those were homosexual warriors. They used to like to fuck little boys, you know. And once they got older, they didn't like to fuck them anymore. They wanted little boy butts, you know. It has always been like that. I'm not trying to disrespect them, but homosexuality runs in the white community. Why I'm gonna say this: Obama's half white. Um, Obama's half white. You don't think homosexuality in his mother's household it was accepted? Maybe not in his father, because his father's from Kenya. We don't know how them Kenyans are, but in white culture, it is accepted. It has always been accepted, and the reason why most of this shit was accepted and basically not talked about because a lot of these motherfuckers would has been doing this. What do you think them bros was doing when they were going out and like hanging out with each other? They were actually getting hotels and fucking, So it's a part of their culture. It has always been a part of their culture. So this is why I say like it's kind of hard. Give me a second, everyone. It's kind of hard to say it's not part of a certain American culture because it is a part of white culture. It has always been a part of white culture. Remember buck breaking? Buck breaking is a homosexual act forced on people. So it's white culture. Um, Give me a second. Let me see. FBA's is angry at Coco Africans worldwide love the. Who's Coco Love? Who's Coco African? You mean Coco Jones? Coco Jones was singing the Black National Anthem. Are you fucking serious? I think, and I'm gonna say this. I think that was the best performance of that show. Was the Black Lift Every Voice and Sing. I think that was probably the greatest. Not the greatest, but it was probably the greatest act of that show. It was better than the Green Day, and I do like Green Day. Green Day be doing their thing. Um, but it was not touching Coco Jones singing. She was wearing your political stupidity is what you are showing. Always thinking with your dick. Well, Shabaka, you think I was watching Bad Bunny for the fucking Puerto Rican experience and Puerto Rico is an American territory? I don't give a fuck about Puerto Rico, man. It was I wanted to see the bitches. The fuck? What you so you let me ask you a question, Shabaka. So you watched the halftime show to go see Bad Bunny. I watched it to see the Puerto Rican bitches shake their asses and throw that doodle maker back. That's why I watched the show. Y'all niggas is crazy. Think I'm gonna watch the show just to see some Bad Bunny. I don't even know a Bad Bunny song. Angry. Oh, we weren't even upset. We can't be deported and denaturalized. Yeah, facts. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, I told you, Shabaka's a lame. He's a sucker. That's why I always call him a sucker. I'm like, nigga, he's a sucker, nigga. Stop acting like a sucker. He gets mad all the time about that. But yeah. No one wants to be associated with the ignorance and foolishness of foundational black Americans hate club. FBA's only knows the negative. But Shabaka, let me know about the Democrat community because I'm about to start this show. What y'all niggas been talking about in the Democrat community? Because I know you're a big supporter. You won't ever be in a position you only have one woman and she only stays because you fi- your finances her you're financing her koofies, my nigga. That nigga's financing her love of koofies, nigga. Let's see. It's not a matter of what to associate. Your people have been debunked. Yeah, facts. They have been debunked. But yeah, I gave a little pushback to you, Convo and Ray Ray. I personally just did it for the bitches, my nigga. I wasn't be like, oh my god, I want to see Bad Bunny, nigga. I know one song, and it's called Booker T. That's it, because it's a wrestler. So it's It's not. That's the only song I know of. Bad Bunny was Book of Tea. You know. Other than that, I don't know any. We're in the black, red, black, and green. What is Pan African doing? Though, don't hope anyone but their brother who won't doing it from the European mother-in-law. What the fuck are you talking about, Shabaka? Let's see. Democrats has chosen this side, and now they have to deal with the repercussions. Yeah, they do. They have to deal with that. No, your ignorance continue to show. I watch Sisters Coke. Are you talking about Coco Jones? Are you talking about Coco Jones representing blacks worldwide? That song "Lift Every Voice and Sing" is a Black American national anthem. It's not a black national anthem. It's a Black American national anthem. Lift every voice and sing to let the heaven ring. That's a Black American song, Shabaka. It's not an African song. The fuck is wrong with this guy? But let's get back into the show. I have a few videos today. I'm not gonna stay on too long, probably 2.5 to 3 hours. Um, because I'm gonna do another show today, so I'm gonna be doing 2 shows today. So yeah. Uh, and plus I have to do some shorts. I gotta run to the bank real fast. Give me a second. Um, let me see. Let me see if the joint came into my check. Oh shit! WWE's Legends was mentioned in the Jeffrey Epstein's files. Yo, that's crazy. Give me a second, everybody. Excuse me. Sing a song to let the heaven heaven. When my son goes to his grandpa's house, they're not allowed to play that bullshit while he's there. Well, Lift Every Voice. Lift Every Voice is a Black American song. Um, or you talk about Pan Africanism. I'm confused, Ray. I apologize. Yes. Uh, um, are you sure, Shabaka? Coco Jones is from the Bahamas. Okay, I gotta look it up, Shabaka. I personally think you're a liar, so let me look it up. Mm, mm. Shabaka, you're a liar. You're a liar. This is why I had to look it up. You are a liar, Shabaka, and this is bad. You shouldn't be lying like that. And I gotta show y'all. She's from South Carolina. Coco Jones. Courtney was a Malia Ann Jones. January 4th, 1998. South Carolina. Yeah, they're black people. Her father's from South Carolina. So what are you talking about, Shabaka? Shabaka. Lift Every Voice and Sing is a black American song. Coco Jones who sung the song. She's from South Carolina. Again, we got to start this show, Shabaka. We can't be playing with you today, man. The first show we're gonna be breaking down is this lady. She's from Africa, and she was talking about Africans finally break their silence about Black Americans' power after this. I mean, after the whole debacle.
I'm from Sierra Leone. I came to America as an immigrant, and I need to tell you something most Africans won't admit. We arrive in this country looking down on African Americans. And we have no right to, no history, no context, no right. When I went back to Sierra Leone in my early teens, we were reading Jane Austen, Charles Dickens, Shakespeare in school. You know who we never read? W.E.B. Du Bois. James Baldwin, Toni Morrison. Not one, not ever, not once. That is not an accident. That's colonial education designed to disconnect us from our history, from our struggle, from each other. Before Africans come to America, we know nothing about African Americans except music videos and movies. We see the poverty, we see the violence, we see the performance, but we do not see the policy. We don't see the history. We don't see the 400 years of theft. We don't know that every single right we have as African immigrants, every protection, every opportunity, every door that opens exists because African Americans bled for it. The Civil Rights Act, the voting rights, fair housing, that wasn't given, that was taken. They faced police dogs, for organizing, assassinated for speaking. And we benefit from it the second we step off the plane. But we don't learn that. We're never taught that. We arrive ignorant and call it pride. So we come to America carrying white supremacist thought, and we don't even know it. We look at African Americans and think, why can't they just work hard like us? Why are they so angry? Why don't they pull themselves up? We repeat that. We believe it. We become it. We judge without remembering they're descendants of people, of us, who were enslaved for 400 years and denied everything after emancipation. We don't know about redlining. We don't.
Shabaka, Shabaka, Shabaka. That's strike two, Shabaka. Next time I'm gonna give you 15. I'm gonna have to sit you down for 15 minutes, man. This is the guy who created the song Lift Every Voice and Sing. This is the guy who wrote it. Shabaka, you gotta stop lying, man. That's strike two, man. That's strike two. I'm just saying that's strike two, Shabaka.
Don't know about sharecropping, convict leasing, the destruction of Black Wall Street. We don't know about COINTELPRO. We don't know the government orchestrated crack epidemic. We don't know wealth compounds, and African Americans was systematically prevented from building any. We judge them for the effects. We ignore the cause. We repeat the lie. White supremacy is brilliant. It separated us before we ever met. It taught Africans we're better, more dignified, more hardworking, more pure. It taught us to see African Americans as lazy, criminal, inferior. Meanwhile, it taught African Americans that Africans sold them, which is true but incomplete because it erases European demand, European ships, European guns, European economic system that created the trade. The system wins when we're divided, when we say, I'm not like them. We're doing white supremacy's work, people, for free, with pride, with ignorance, wrapped in respectability. African Americans built this country with their hands, with their blood, with their bodies turned into capital. Then they were freed into a system.
I'm gonna say this. A shout out to this guy right here, man. I don't like to call a lot of people from different backgrounds brother. It offends me. so I wouldn't do that. Shabaka. James John, you're talking about James Johnson and his other brother. They're from Jacksonville, Florida, not Jacksonville, Bahamas. Stop lying. Again, I'm gonna show you something else. Lyricist. Lift every voice and sing. Lyricist. James Weldon Johnson. He is from Jacksonville. James Weldon Johnson from Jacksonville. This fucking guy, man. That's strike three, man. I gotta sit you down for 10 minutes, Shabaka. I have to. You know, I gotta sit you down, Shabaka. I can't have you lying. I gotta sit you down for 10 minutes at least, Shabaka. You can't do that, man. This nigga said the Bahamas, my nigga. My man was thinking about Luke Campbell. But yeah, shout out to this brother for having the strength to tell the truth about his people. I know it's not hard. I know it's not easy, because you look up to your people, and I will say that. And he's not ashamed to be honest. And like I said, shout out to him. He's being telling the truth, man. We hear this from a lot of black people, and this guy's just validating it.
Designed to re-enslave them. Then they organized, then they fought, then they died, and then they won the rights the whole world benefits from. Anti-colonial movements in Africa were inspired by the Black Power movement. Martin Luther King,
Mm.
Malcolm X influenced liberation struggles globally. African Americans gave us language, strategy, and vision to fight oppression everywhere. And we repay them with judgment. We repay them with distance. We repay them by repeating white supremacist talking points. We have to address this ignorance. We have to stop it. We have to end it. We're not better. We're not smarter. We're not more deserving. We're just luckier to avoid the specific machinery of American anti-blackness. But make
Mm.
no mistake, to white supremacy, we're all the same.
Yeah.
We're just some niggas. The moment we
That's one thing I will agree. To a white supremacist, we're all the same. You know, and it is what it is. I wouldn't get mad. I wouldn't think too much into it because and Shabaka, you're talking about James and John Johnson. They were brothers. One was the composer and the other one was the I forgot. Give me a second. One was a composer and the other one was I guess who sung it or something like that. It's but yeah, you got to stop lying, Shabaka, man. It's I don't like to I don't want you to push that type of information. This is why I have to sit you down, Shabaka, because I don't want you to be lying. You know. But also don't forget to like and subscribe and comment in the live chat. Also, when you comment in the live chat, only way you can is if you're a subscriber. So subscribe, 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 and also if you want to give a donation, I'm hold on one second. Let me put out the information. This one is my Cash App, and the other one is my Streamlab. But the Streamlab connects to my PayPal until I get Super Chat. So this one right here is this one is Streamlabs. So yeah, definitely yeah. Um these niggas is crazy out here. This nigga said this nigga I can't make this shit up. But yeah, this guy, shout out to him and whoever he is. He comes from an immigrant background. He's not a tether, he's an immigrant. So there's a
We
difference.
stop being useful. We're just another target. We need to learn African American history. We need to read their thinkers, their revolutionaries. We need to read their poets, understand their struggle, not as separate from ours, but as the foundation beneath our feet. If you're African, immigrant, Caribbean, anyone who came here and benefited from African American blood, you owe them your respect. You owe them your solidarity. You owe them the humility to learn before you judge. Stop peddling white supremacist thought. Stop distancing yourself to feel safe. Stop letting the system use you as a wedge against the people who built the road you're walking on.
Um Fair, Ray Ray, it's fair. It's fair. Everybody wants to be a chief, but not enough Indians. So I will tell you that. That's just how it is, Ray Ray. They're scared. They're scared. You know, they're scared from falling way behind, especially when you have a 5,000 year head start. 5 to 6, a 5 to 100,000 year head start, and this is what your country looks like. You know, these niggas should be in space right now. So yeah.
No. We're all black in America, all of us, every single one. The sooner we stand together, not in competition, not in judgment, but in recognition, the sooner we can all be free.
What he's saying. Okay, I'm gonna be personally honest. We have tried it. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. The reason why it doesn't work is it doesn't work because just it this just different mindsets of thinking. Our mindsets is helping us and y'all. Their mindsets is just helping Africa. Um, I wouldn't want to be around those type of people because those people are cutthroat. You know, those people will put you in a very bad situation, and I'm not saying all, but a lot of them will. And it's not worth dying on that hill. I will say that. But and shout out for him having some type of hope. But yeah, that type of Obama hope, we see where it got us.
Is at the end. It starts with us. It starts with admitting we carried it here, over the planet. It starts with putting it down.
African migrant, this time around, they are breaking the silence on the power of Black Americans. You remember it has been quite a time, this misunderstanding. Africans don't like us, Black Americans don't like us. But this time around, we are not trying to point a finger on any person. These people, they are trying to explain it deeply that they've been lied to. They taught them lies about the Black Americans. But after they came and started to settle down on this land of America, they started to realize that Black Americans, they are the good people. They are the people.
What she's looking to say, we are the blueprint. We are the blueprint to a lot of. We're the blueprint to those doors to get through. You know, but I feel like you got to be loyal for you to have those type of blueprints. You can have the blueprint and still fail. You know, Kamala Harris had the blueprint and still failed. Karen Bass is about to die on that hill. The crazy little Somali chick from Minnesota is about to die on that hill. There's a lot of people with the black blueprint, and you got to understand too. A lot of these not Caribbeans. I'm sorry. A lot of these immigrants that have these political spaces, they do for their people, and they're bold about it. So yeah, it's a lot of them are dying on that hill. Regulation and buffer class immigrants are no different from Jim Crow era policies. Yeah, facts. You are right about that. What's going on, Dorsey? Um, I agree with that. to a certain extent. The reason why I agree with it to a certain extent, and it's not even to a certain extent. I might have to add on. They think, they believe that if they follow the policies of the white supremacists, it wouldn't affect them and their people. Not knowing it's going to be more adept. You're putting your people in a very bad situation for your own greed. You know, I will say that.
who are hardworking, each and everything they told them about them, it's
I'll be
not
back.
true. But they discovered that it's just the system who is always against them. Guys, let's dive into this episode. Drop your thought in the comment section, then we'll come back with more commentary.
You know, when I came to America newly, I used to think African Americans are lazy. They don't want to work and all that. You will never understand the struggle of African Americans until you live in the system for 5 years. Then you understand that being black in the system is already playing you 10-0. Like you are 10 steps behind. Most schools in the neighborhood, they are all underfunded. The only thing you can find anywhere, everywhere in black neighborhood is liquor store. Keep drinking and keep yourselves busy. Now I understand why everybody is fighting so much to live in white neighborhood. Before I used to say they are not proud of their skin color. They don't love who they are. But they're actually fighting for their children's future. Because being black in the system is already playing you 10-0. You are 10 steps behind. Is it you that is coming with underfunded certificates that want to be competing with somebody that is 10 steps ahead of you? Being black in the system is tough. You see, African Americans and Africans, we're all the same. Let us not be distracted.
Y'all ever wonder why Africans don't really like us? Black
I'm gonna say
Americans?
this. That's not necessarily true. We fight hard to fix our communities. The reason why is if I move into a white community, I'm gonna get it three times worse. I'm just being personally honest. They're never gonna see me as one of them. They're always gonna see me as an outsider. So I think that's a lie. I always felt uncomfortable going into white communities. I always feel comfortable staying in black communities. If I am gonna live amongst a white community, it's just I have to be far away from a lot of these folks. I might have to have a gate up because I don't want them in I don't want them in my prop on my property. Never, never tell this in my mouth. Yeah, I agree with that too. Dorsey. I do agree with that. But yeah, I think that what he said was kind of it's the way he's talking is coming from a immigrant experiences. This is why I say a lot of immigrants don't have black experience. They have immigrant experience. Where he said was an immigrant experience. Most of and I'm gonna say this, does most black people does some black people think that way? Yes, there are some that do think that way, but at the end of the day, most black people want to fix their communities. So at the end of the day, if they want to bring their kids around certain places, they can bring them around the old community. Say, yo, this is where I used to live at. This is we look how much it grew. It's like, for example, Jamaica Plain. I want to fix my community where I could bring my kids and say, like, yo, this community used to never look like this. The hard work of black Americans, we could say Dominicans and Puerto Ricans of this community. This is why it looks the way it looks. And this is why old school people are here. This is why the children are here that they're growing up. They're getting a better education than we are getting. Is because you know what? We fought hard for it because we didn't get that type of education. So it'll be easier for you and you don't have to go down the same road that my generation did. Our generations, I think the difference between most generations is that most of us want to fix the community where The generation doesn't have to go through what we had to go through. We don't have to work three times. They don't have to work three times harder to get where we get. If they're gonna work three times harder that we get, they should be way past us. So that's why I said I have to give pushback on what that African guy did say.
To an African. I remember we was having a conversation and I said to him, it just really seemed like y'all don't really like us. I was showing him a video. I said, this is what they show us of y'all, that y'all hungry, your ribs is hanging out. So I showed him the video of one of those commercials they would show us like 3 in the morning. Could you spare $1? He said, that is not us. He looked at that video, he laughed and he said, who is that? He said, that is not us. He said, that's not them in Africa. That was never them starving. I said, what? So then I said, well, what is they showing y'all of us? He said the movies that they see of us is that we are, our men sell drugs, which they do, but they sell drugs and they just murder anything walking. They murder everybody. And so I said, well, what they show y'all about us? He said they show them that we're prostitutes and we get high. And I was like, what? And so then he said when he went to get his papers from immigration or whoever he got the papers from to come here, he said they told him, don't marry a black woman. You'll be better off marrying a white woman. So when we're looking at this separateness that we have amongst each other, it was embedded in us. It was embedded to them to fear us. So they fear us and don't like us. We got to wake up, y'all, and come back together and unite in unity. There was things that was done and said to keep us apart. Ashe.
Imagine playing a game where the rules are rigged against you from the start.
I'm gonna say this. Again, we didn't fall for the okey doke. We didn't fall for the okey doke. The people who fell for the okey doke was the people coming over here in this country. We never believed that. We always gave pushback and said, yo, our brothers is not like that. Would we have people that made jokes and stuff like that? Absolutely. We joke around a lot, but it's like I said, I don't think we can build with each other. I'm gonna be personally honest. I don't think a lot of Black Americans can build with a lot of Africans. I think it has to be a small percentage of somebody. If like Shabaka, if he wants to go to Africa, it needs to be a small percentage of Black Americans. If Shabaka is a Black American to go to Africa, all of us don't need to come to Africa. If we're gonna build in America, it needs to be a small percentage of Africans, Caribbeans, and Afro Latinos. It can't be a whole collective of Africans, Caribbeans, and Latinos. It is what it is. So yeah.
Every time you take a step forward, the game changes and the goalposts are moved further away. This is the reality that African Americans have faced here in America. A never ending struggle where for centuries the odds have been stacked against them. I have to admit, when I first moved here to America, I used to hear harmful rhetoric from my African friends, my relatives. Oh, Akata people are lazy. Akata this, Akata that. What
Hmm.
I didn't understand is that African Americans have been playing a rigged game their entire existence here in the United States. Underfunded schools, liquor stores, drugs rampant around every block in their neighborhoods, redlining and rezoning, taking away healthy grocery stores, replacing them with fast food chains.
But we've been told y'all that. We've been told y'all that integration killed Black Americans community. That killed the Black American community. It killed the mom and pop stores. That's why I'm gonna say this. We have the Reaper Nation podcast. The reason why we have the Reaper Nation podcast is because at the end of the day, we can actually look at certain things and say, like, okay, yo, this is the problem. This is what's going on. Like in Boston, like I said, they did the erasure of the Black community. That we know why. Integration. But who's pushing the integration? This Asian woman, you know? It was fucking Marty Walsh, Irishman. Those two people were pushing integration. You know, and the people who are on the forefront, Elizabeth Warner, Ayanna Presley, as I call Token Presley, um, Myra Healy. Those are the people pushing integration in Boston. This is why I have these shows. The shows connect with these shows. Tomorrow we will be talking about the Grim Reaper of South Carolina. Samson, is his name Samson? I'm sorry. Solomon Fairfax. We're going to be talking about him. This is a man who buried he buried 9 white supremacists, also known as slave masters, buried them alive. He was the Grim Reaper. This was a and the reason why I do reason why I do that type of show as well too, to show you that these are these are freedom fighters. These are people that get busy. It wasn't just don't hit me, don't touch my booty hole. No, nigga, I'm gonna bury that motherfucker when he goes to sleep. I'm gonna get busy. Watch that nigga gonna hit me with that. He gonna crack me with that motherfucking whip. He don't know who the fuck he just messed with. We might even talk about John Horse. But it has to be with the good, with the bad, and the ugly. This is why we was talking about Michelle Wu and the black community, the Boston Black erasure. This is why we're gonna be talking about what's the name? Solomon Fairfax. We're gonna be talking about Robert F. Williams. We're gonna be talking about John Horse as we're gonna we're gonna be talking about certain intels, you know? We're going to be talking about what's that dude's name? Lou O'Neill, an informant of the Black Panther. He was a Black and Panther informant. I mean, FBI informant of the Black Panther Party, who got Fred Hampton killed. You know, so yeah, it's it. Yo, hold on 1 second. I've been up yeah, this stuff is serious, man. So this is why we have these type of shows. No, you will wait. Hey, I'm picking. What's going on, SP? How's everything? Yeah. Oh no, don't worry. Everybody has a black revolutionist. We will be talking about that John Horse that they think is Mexican. We will be talking about that. We will be talking about their president that their own people killed. You know, we will have to talk about that. We will be talking about Felix, the guy who said the nigger problem is not our problem. He said mother mother's first public school teacher from no, 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 no. We looked it up, Shabaka. You gotta stop lying. You gotta stop lying, Shabaka. First public school teacher for Shabaka. You gotta stop lying, man. This is bad, man.
Having to be overqualified just to apply to entry level jobs and menial jobs. African Americans have built, fought, bled for this country despite the system being rigged against them. They were not given a fair start. They were not given a fair shot. Yet they still managed to endure and persevere. It's time we stop letting stereotypes and harmful rhetoric break us down. Together, we can rewrite the rules. Our strength lies in unity. Together, we can win.
Shabaka, where are these kids are from? Again, where is this? Where are they from? They are from South Carolina. Where is the father from? From South Carolina. Oh, I'm sorry, Florida. The father's from Florida. We can't keep on picking, Shabaka. These are Black Americans. You did the same thing with with Malcolm X. They're from Florida. This nigga want to pick and choose. The mother's from Barbados. Where were the kids from? Florida. Where's the father from? Florida. What type of education they got? They got a American education. What type of experience they got? They got a American experience. So now the question is, what type of Bayesian experience they got? Bohemian experience they got. Again, I'm gonna say it again. What type of Bohemian experience did they get? Shabaka. What type of experience did they get? Did they get the mother's experience or did they get the father experience? You did the same thing with Malcolm X. Malcolm X had a black experience, a black American experience. You did this before.
This game. We can create a game where we all win. Are you ready to play the game?
I saw a video of an African woman talking trash to people who paved the way for you. Do you know how many fights do these people fought for you just for you to be where you are today? You understand? Do you know how they marched years back just to be free and even for us to be free? Yeah, I saw a video of an African
Damn, she
saying
got
that
some big old
why
boobies.
is it that people from Africa and when they come to America they easily make it, they make it more than the Black Americans? Someone should answer her. Like, come on.
That's a false statement. I'm gonna say this. Y'all are not more successful than Black Americans. We have more successful Black people than y'all have in y'all whole country. So we have multimillionaires, we got billionaires. You probably just have one billionaire. So at the end of the day, it just doesn't make sense to say that you're doing better than Black Americans. And we bring more money in America, and we don't want to hear all your Shabaka again. The mother can be Bohemian, but their father is black. Their father's from the South. You and Kwame do the same thing. You find one immigrant parents and you say, and I say this, what type of experience do they have? If they have an immigrant experience, I understand what you're saying, but they don't have an immigrant experience, Shabaka. You're trying to, and the reason why I'm saying that they don't have an immigrant experience because they cannot make that song. They can't lift every voice and see with an immigrant experience. because that's a black experience. That's not an immigrant experience, Shabaka. That's why I asked you, do they have an immigrant experience or do they have a black experience? This is why they want to get into it with you. Jesus Christ. Ken from everything. Black eyes. Look it up. It's like this. I'm going to give you an example. My kids. If my kids is with me, if my kids are with my family more, if my kids are acting like me, they have a black experience. They don't have a Cambodian experience because they're around me more. They do black things. Well, they might know a few things, yeah, but they're not fluent in it. That guy, James Johnson and John Johnson's, they have a black experience. They don't have a Bohemian experience, Shabaka. This is why I'm gonna tell you this. This is why delineation has to happen. This is why delineation is gonna happen. This is why people are pushing back on the shit that's happening now on Black History Month. Because of people like you, Shabaka. We have to push back. Every time we do something, you're trying to steal it. Y'all motherfuckers is thieves. Y'all are thieves. Every time a black man puts blood, sweat, and tears in it, y'all trying to give it to some fucking immigrant. What have y'all created in your own country? Oh, we're divisive. We're talking hate. That's a hate speech. This is the type of people that we deal with. This is why I say, you know what? God forbid if black Americans or foundational black Americans turn their backs on these immigrants or on the black diaspora, they deserve it. They deserve it. And the reason why is because y'all always trying to steal some shit. Y'all are always trying to steal some shit. And this is why I said, they're not jealous, they're envious. They're envious because they didn't do it. That's why I told you, Ray, they are envious. They're not jealous. They are envious. They're just mad because they didn't do it. They weren't the first ones to do it. Like, for example, I'm going to give y'all an example. 1892. No, I'm sorry, 1802. We know that for Haiti. But other than that, what else did they do? They didn't do shit. But they come over here to America and say, oh, yeah, y'all niggas didn't do shit. Nigga, we built a whole fucking country. We got over 55,000 inventions. We didn't need violence to get our point across. We didn't need violence to get you some rights. Well, we did have extremists, but let me not lie. We did have extremists. But this is the thing, Shabaka. You can't be talking about black Americans and y'all haven't done shit in like 300 years. You can't say that country helped because that man had that man's bloodline, but not use your own culture. What type of Bohemian culture helped us make that song? None. None. It's not about the Bahamas at all. Let's go to the next video. This video, it's not a drag, but we got enough out of it. The song was not created by the mother. No, it wasn't. It was created by the father. By Black Experience, Shabaka. You are a thief. This is why delineation has to happen. Your culture is a stealing culture. It's a thievery culture. That's all y'all do is steal and lie and scam. That's your culture, Shabaka. I used to give y'all the benefit of the doubt and say not a lot of y'all are like that, but that's your culture. Y'all just snatching and stealing. Y'all got more sticky fingers than the fucking white supremacists. Here's another fucking African thief right here, trying to tell black people about their culture. Here we go.
What I really appreciate about what y'all been doing, man, is the presence that you're building on the continent, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's so necessary, and people need to see it from you too. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously I have a voice and my own lane, but as an African that's like
Stop it.
uh
He said African. He didn't say black. He said African. So let's stop there and let's listen to what he said again.
necessary, and people need to see it from you too. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously I have a voice and my own lane, but as an African that's like mixed race, and you know what I mean, I've got ways for people to
Discredit the situation a little.
discredit
Mm-hmm.
discredit my
Why is he saying discredit? Let's listen to one more time right there.
mixed race,
Mixed
and you
race.
know what I mean, I've got ways for people to
Discredit the situation a
discredit
little.
Mm.
discredit my opinion as it pertains to Black American people. I
Mhm.
mean, especially in the age of FBA. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But
can we talk about that, Ian? I know you. My bad, Ian. Can we talk about that though?
No,
Because
go
I
ahead.
want to hear Vic's. I'm glad you brought that up because Vic, if you don't know his background, his father is from Ghana, and his mother, your mother's from America, right?
yeah,
She's
she's white
Oh,
American.
oh, there we
so
go.
in the
There we go. So is this a black experience? Is this an immigrant experience? This wasn't about being discredited. It's about having the experience to answer the question. You're coming from an immigrant experience, just like Shabaka. Shabaka's coming from an immigrant experience. You know, immigrant. I'm gonna say this: in America, we went from ashy to classy. We have always been like that. When motherfuckers try to put us in a situation, we made the great out. We made the best of it. Where we have the white supremacy doing it. We have the white supremacists talking like us. We got the Mexicans talking like this. We got the Africans talking like us. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. I have to say that. I have to say that because at the end of the day, this is coming from an immigrant experience. So let's listen on where I'm gonna say. You know what? Let's give him the benefit of the doubt for him to answer what he wanted to say about black, foundational Black Americans.
all right. This is a very sensitive topic right now.
FBA.
Tariq Nasheed, don't do it. Tariq, I love you. Hidden Colors 1 through 20.
Yo, I think
I fuck
FBA
with you, but
they
don't do. Hey,
they got like
they
hundreds
got
of thousands of
There
niggas
you
on,
go.
on goddamn computers, bro.
they got the first AI bots, boy. FBA, don't do it. Love you.
How is that for you? How is that for you?
I think it's really funny. I kind of have a good time with it. You know what I'm saying? Um, the division between Black American people and Black African people is manufactured. It's an agent of the state.
That's a lie. That division always been there. It's just now Black Americans is noticing it that like, yo, they have never helped us. They have never helped us. So now when we point that out, it's division. It's this hate speech because you never helped us out. Because you never really, y'all never gave us anything. You never gave us anything. Now it's hate speech. Mhm. There's a reason why he's saying this. Democrat shield. Father's from Ghana. Mama's white. This is why I say I'm in my kid's life more. And this is why I have the hours that I have. Because when you deal with certain things like this, yes, you got to watch your kids. I remember my daughter said, "Oh, yo, this lady on YouTube was it on Roblox's racist." I was like, "Baby, you know what that means?" She's like, "No." She was saying racist things. I was like, "Baby, you know what that means?" "Princess, do you know what that means?" "No, baby. Don't listen to these white folks when they tell you that somebody is racist. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that." Cause yo, what did she? You gotta under you when you call some. I told my daughter when you princess when you call somebody racist, you gotta know why you calling them racist. You know. Um, SP. Nobody ain't scared of no fucking 5'2" Mexican. I'm just gonna be personally honest. Y'all, we got guns like y'all niggas got guns, so it's not even a big deal. Only thing y'all overpopulate is fucking California. Other than that, y'all are not lit like that. I'm just being personally honest. And maybe Texas. Maybe Texas. You know? Y'all still trying to claim Texas. And y'all sold that shit for some weed and some liquor. Your, your ancestors sold it for some weed and liquor. That's saying something. I gotta be personally honest with you, SP. Your people ain't looking too good. You got the white you got you got motherfuckers that hug trees helping you. You got niggas with lace fronts helping you, man. Like, yo, it's so bad. Ain't nobody who's helping you masculine. Ain't nobody helping you masculine. You know, so that's a problem. Africans and the people of the Caribbeans have always struggled with the black man of America. You are poison. Your daughter with the black self hate. How about this, Shabaka? You worry about the Caribbeans and the Africans. Cause y'all countries is fucked. It's getting taken over by Indians, Asians, and the Lebanese people and white. And the Arabs. Sorry, the Arabs. You so worried about black Americans, your countries are being taken over. This man has no connections to black Americans. His family's from Ghana. He can manipulate the system like you do with black Americans all the time, but guess what? European Africanism is failing. His music career is failing. He's getting into this political situation. He shouldn't do it because at the end of the day, he has an immigrant experience. And this is why I say, like, shit like that is bad. You know, let me tell you how bad it is. The black experience, our experience as a black man, we try to help Mexicans years ago. When y'all was going through y'all shit, we try to help y'all. But at the end of the day, we're not understanding the Mexican experience. The Mexican experience is so what? These niggas is gonna help us anyways. All we gotta do is gaslight them. They've been gaslighting us ever since the 70s. They told us that they don't need our help. They told us that the nigger problem is not our problems. They want to be considered white. This is why I call SP a white boy. He's a white Hispanic. He's not indigenous to fucking Mexico. You're a Hispanic. You're from Spain. Actually, you're the bastard. You're the bastard of Spain. Just like Shabaka is the bastard of Africa. Them motherfuckers don't want you in Africa, Shabaka. That's why I say you're the bastard of Africa. Nobody wants you in Africa. Nobody wants your Pan African poison in Africa. Half of them motherfuckers, 70% of them motherfuckers don't even know what Pan Africanism is. They think it's a scam like we know it's a scam. That's how dangerous the immigrant experience is to the black experience. That's why I said that. That's why I use SP as an example. SP is the bastard of Spain. I have to say that because you know why? They don't accept him in Spain. He's not a Spaniard. He's just a bastard that left Spain and went to Mexico. I show speed, debunk Bronze Reaper's lies, Africa. Why? Because you showed the nice part of Africa? Nigga, I could do that. Nigga, I could show you the nice part of fucking Mississippi. Doesn't mean Mississippi's not dangerous. Doesn't mean Mississippi don't have its worst. Like, come on. No worries about the stupid shit you say. FBAs don't own black community, and you don't own Africa. Like I said, you're the bastard of Africa. You go there, you're a fucking immigrant. You're an outsider. You try to go live in Africa, they're gonna take your shit and send you back broke, nigga. That's what they're gonna do, Shabaka. If you want to shit in the street, you could go shit in the streets of Nigeria, my nigga. Be my guest. I don't give a fuck. You ain't doing shit in America anyways. So you could go to Africa. Like I said, you are the bastard of Africa. You will never be a real African to them. You will never be a brother. They have told you thousands of times you are not their brother. They sent you away. They sent you to America for a reason. That's how they still think. It's not me saying that. They said
Division
that.
between black.
They said that. I didn't say it. But guess what? One thing I know, you will never have smoke for them. You will always accept their ignorance and their arrogance. Nobody does crack in Boston, and most crackheads and most drug addicts are white in Boston. I'm just being white, or they're like Spanish or Cape Verdean. They're not black. Are there some? Yeah, there's some, but there's not that many black drug addicts. There's mostly white drug addicts. And they usually they're out of state crackheads and stuff. But then people don't do crack no more. Black King, you should just stay in the white neighborhood. I could tell you're from the white neighborhood. You probably never been in the black neighborhood. You probably don't want to go into the black neighborhood. Just stay out there. And high desert anyway out there call my cousin my cousin is call him when he went to medical. When he went. Congratulations, SP. Who cares? Nigga, I don't care about no fighting, nigga. Let me ask you a question. You think you're an alpha male because your cousin caught somebody going to a medical center? Niggas is out here shooting niggas. And this is why I say you're a fake professor. You don't got no professor degree, my nigga. You still talking some crazy shit. But hey, you say what you is. Salute to you, player. But yeah, it's the shit doesn't make no sense. He's giving us an immigrant experience. You know, niggas don't give a fuck about no immigrant experience. Like, for example, Black Snow Bunny King. For example, let's use ISO Speed. Did ISO Speed give us an African experience or an immigrant experience? That's the crazy thing. That's the thing. Now I'm gonna ask you: did ISO Speed give us an immigrant experience or a African experience? Bullshit. The black community was targeted by the Shabaka. Stop! Don't switch your sides. Stay on your little white supremacy sides. We don't need you helping us. The Pan Africans has done enough, and that's nothing. They done enough to not help us. So please just stay on your white supremacy liberal side. Niggas don't want you back over here, Shabaka. This is why we turned our back on you. This is why we turned our back on the black. I mean, on the black. Was it Pan Africans? On the Africans, on the Caribbeans, on the Latinos. This is why a lot of black people don't care. A lot of y'all gonna get deported. As I've been telling y'all, y'all don't police your people. Why the fuck do I gotta pick out which ones is the good ones and which one's the bad one? Fuck them. Deport them all. If you're not helping the problem, you're a part of the problem. It is what it is.
Hit it again, please.
The
Thank you.
division between Black American people and Black African people is manufactured. It is an agent of the state. It's used to keep us divided so that we don't unify Black Americans with the most culturally impact, with the most impactful culture on the planet, with Black Africans that are the fastest growing population with the most resources. They don't want Black American people, the most culturally impactful group on planet Earth, to link up with the most resource rich continent, which, as
We tried it. It just doesn't work. Vince Mensa don't understand. It doesn't work. You know, it just doesn't work. We tried it. The Pan African shit didn't work. The African unions, us going to Africa and shit like that. No, when we went to Africa, them niggas didn't like us. You know, they didn't like us. It's a waste of time. I'm gonna be personally honest. Solidarity with the Browns and the Africans and the Black Diaspora, it's a waste of time. We might as well just worry about ourselves. I'm just being personally honest. And the reason why it just doesn't make sense. We have done enough, and they still don't. And also too, a lot of these people like Shabaka and Black King. Hold on, it doesn't work. Black King, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'm just being personally honest. Out of all those times, we helped these motherfuckers come to this country when the white people didn't want them in this country. We helped them get equal rights as everybody else when the white supremacists didn't want them to get equal rights. Me, I think personally, black Americans should have mind their fucking business and not help these motherfuckers. Don't help anybody. And the reason why is, first of all, y'all are very entitled. Second of all, y'all don't bring nothing to the fucking table. Third of all, y'all ain't no better than the white supremacists. So at the end of the day, we're good. You like Black King, let me ask you a question. Since I'm lying, what does the black diaspora bring to the table? SP, you can't talk about lazy in your country is still on dirt roads. I'm being personally honest, SP, your country don't have paved roads. So if you talk about lazy, nigga, The worst of the worst communities in America has paved roads. Why don't yours have paved roads? Like, come on. Yeah, that's we can really talk about it, like your country don't have paved roads. Targeted and the meek amongst us. What does the FBA have to uh, Black King, I just asked you a question. You can't answer the question with a question. I just asked you that question. What does immigrants bring to the table in America, in Black America? If we unite, what did they bring? They didn't bring anything. They didn't bring unity. They didn't bring solidarity. They didn't bring nothing. They didn't bring no army. They brought the army for the white supremacists. So yeah. Killmonger's my hero. What's going on, Killmonger's my hero? Oh. A real FBA nigga just joined H Town. Stand up. Yeah, salute, Killmonger. Who is the great mind? FBA minds that paved American. Where do I start? Where do I start? All of our politicians, all of our civil rights leaders, all of our movement leaders, like, yo, where do we start at? We could start everywhere. Black King, now let's ask you that question. Since you can't answer my question, what immigrants have they what great minds that an immigrant brought to America? Who? And put it this way, I'm gonna throw a kicker in: without black influence or experience. I mean, inspiration. No influence, no inspiration. What has an immigrant have paved the way for America without black influence or inspiration? None. None. They all had black experiences. They all had black influence. That's it. Y'all don't bring anything to the table. Why are you lying? None of those people are FBA. Yeah, they're he's Black Snow Bunny King. This is why the delineation is happening. This is why a lot of black people don't want to deal with you. That's why we need this delineation. And I'm telling you, when this delineation happens, it's gonna expose how culturally dangerous your people are. I'm being personally honest. And I'm telling the truth. You can't hide that under that black cloak anymore. Or that flat blackness. You can't. This is why people are asking, where are you from? So when you do something stupid, no, that wasn't a black man, that was a Jamaican, that was a Nigerian, that was an African, that was a Latinos, you know?
As you guys obviously know, it's the only place where the birth rates are on the rise and will be
Mm-hmm.
the majority of the human beings. And if you look at places like China, you know what I mean? Like when the population increases and certain certain moves are made, I mean to economically benefit from that. I mean the possibilities are we just
Are
watched
endless.
the
Yeah.
possibilities are so fucking massive and what the powers that be really don't want is that black American people who have been able to just in this past 100 years, man, like dramatically change the landscape of culture globally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't want us to connect. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I find my greatest criticisms with FBA is not FBA as an idea of foundationally black Americans. Like I 100% believe whatever you want to call it, that black American people are obviously their own culture. You know what I'm saying? They are their own. I mean, they have their own cuisine. They have their own dialects. They're basically their own language, their own literature, their own contributions to science, technology, math, art, everything. You know what I'm saying? But was it Malcolm X that said, uh, if a kitten gives birth in an oven, does it give birth to cookies? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Was that Malcolm X or Beanie Siegel?
that would be funny if I mixed up Malcolm X and Beanie Siegel.
If you put cookies in the oven, does that make them biscuits? Yes.
Biscuits, biscuits.
That's funny.
I do think I don't know. Maybe it
Single
was
gang
Beanie Siegel.
early.
That'd be
Troy said
hard.
both. Troy said both. Both.
Yeah,
That'd be
combination.
hard.
Combination.
Um, combination. No, my big point though, man, is that like I just think that like the group online that is pushing an anti-African narrative is just misguided, and I feel like they're misguided by design. You know what I'm saying?
How are we pushing an anti-African while y'all been pushing anti-black for the last 40 years? Every time we try to get a policy, we have an immigrant trying to block it. Even the Latinos too. We can't leave them out too. I'm just being personally honest. It's nobody's not here to help black Americans. Nobody's not going to help black Americans. At the end of the day, yeah, a lot of people, a lot of these ethnic groups, they're very jealous and envious of black Americans. Like, for example, why are black Americans the only one fighting white supremacy? Africans are not fighting white supremacy. The Caribbeans are not fighting white supremacy. The Latinos ain't fighting white supremacy. They're trying to be a part of the white supremacy, such as SP. Prime example. Crash out after the EBC card. SP. Immigrants got more. Immigrants produce more EBT cards than anybody. You know that, right? I'm just letting you know. Name all the policies in which immigrants. Reparations was one. Black hate laws. Are you serious? And the thing about it, black hate laws years ago would it benefit y'all? Black policies, like come on, it's come on, Black King. We could do this all day, man. Like this is I'm gonna say this, Black King. This is a war that you're not gonna win, and the reason why, as I said, you are anti-black. You have always been anti-black. You have never been Black Americans or the Black diaspora first. It's your culture first. It has always been your culture. Now, Black Americans is worried about their self and not worried about nobody else, and the world just fucking stopped. Look how this man is acting. Everything that this man said, then you should have asked him. And this is I'm gonna have to blame the guest. And the reason why I'm gonna blame the guest, I mean the host. I'm sorry, Vince. I'm gonna blame the host because at the end of the day, they didn't give him tough questions and say why why aren't they what what hate speeches are they saying? Like, I'm gonna ask you this question, Black King. What is the hate speech that I and other FBAs have said? What did I say that was a hate speech? That we should not help Africans? We shouldn't help y'all. We shouldn't help the Caribbeans. Every time we do help y'all, y'all turn on us. Why the fuck would I want to help you? Why the fuck should we help Mexicans? Every time we help them, they turn on us, calling us mayates and all this other derogatory names, calling us niggers and shit like they're a white boy. Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to help y'all niggas. If you crash and burn, my nigga, that's on you. You should have been tough enough. All that body disappearing shit that y'all niggas be doing. Now when this white boy comes, you scared? The fuck out of here. I ain't helping none of y'all niggas. Is the black Americans the only black Americans and the Africans in France are only ones fighting white supremacy? All y'all other niggas are not doing anything. We got SP running. We got Black Snow Bunny hiding. We got Shabaka in a crack house hiding. Like, yo, hiding under some fucking crack covers. Like, come on, y'all niggas ain't doing anything. Y'all niggas ain't doing anything. SP, let me ask you a question. What are y'all niggas doing? Why are you running SP? All y'all niggas is running. Why aren't you out there fighting with your peoples, SP? Is it because you got a white man job, as you always say? Is it? I'm just asking the question. Black King, why aren't you helping your people? Why didn't you take a trip to New York and help your people stop getting deported? Or stop going into ICE buildings? Shabako, what about your Pan Africans? Why aren't they on the front line? We have to hear you come over here and talk that dumb shit. Instead of fighting black Americans, also known as foundational black Americans, why aren't y'all fighting? You so worried, Black King, you're so worried about black Americans, your aunties and your cousins are getting deported. That's a piece of shit type of family member is you, Black King. Your family's getting deported, nigga. And you worried about me and what I'm saying. Nigga, you already disrespectful SP. Say what you want to say. Like I said, just respect the laws of the land. You can say whatever you want. Don't ask me. The fuck? I told you that. I told you this 100 times. You can say what you want to say. Like SP, you can't say anything disrespectful. No, why? All I got to do is look at your country, look at your people, and I could say, you know what? I could be homeless and be doing better than your whole fucking country. Lisa, all I gotta say, I could be homeless in America and I could say, thank God I'm not in Mexico. I could say that. Is this like you can't say anything disrespectful because you're not in your homeland because you're scared to go back, you know? I'm not scared to go back to where I came from. I could go back to JP. What about you? Can you go back to Mexico and not be scared? Uh, is that supposed to be a joke? Uh, but anyways, let's finish.
Same way that the Africans online that are pushing an anti-Black American narrative are misguided. They're misguided by design. Like I've had these conversations uh, in Africa many times when African people will ask me, they say, Black Americans, why are they so aggressive? And you know what I mean? Why are they so angry? And why can't they figure out how to rise in society? Like Africans are often colored with so many negative stereotypes of Black Americans
Hmm.
because the media has painted Black Americans in
In a
a
certain light.
I mean, an intentionally derogatory light in order to keep them exploited. You know what I mean? And in order to make the world feel like, but I guess, yeah, my point being that it's just two different strokes of the same brush because at the same token, like uh the media has and continues to paint Africans as having no contribution to history, saying that the pyramids are created by, you know, people that
Aliens.
aliens or goddamn motherfuckers look
Yeah.
like Brett Favre. You know what I'm saying? Like just because they don't want
Hmm.
to acknowledge the greatness of black people. And so, you know what I mean? I appeal to like both to both FBA and to African people of the continent to recognize our necessity.
Um, I'm gonna say this. And I know Shabaka's out here. He's doing overtime. Shabaka's out here doing overtime. The reason why he's out here doing overtime is because Pan Africanism is losing. You know, like Shabaka, put it this way: why you have to be on a foundational Black American show instead of being on a Pan African show? You're always on my show, and that's cool. I know why. You me tell you why? Because this is the blueprint. Foundational Black Americans is the blueprint. I'm just being personally honest. Ain't nobody gonna agree with you, Shabaka. Niggas gonna be like, yo, I'm staying far away from fucking Pan Africanism. Think like a man, act like a tether. Coming soon to Amazon. And I'm gonna say this, SP, don't forget, cause you're a Hispanic. You know, you act. I'm gonna say this to SP, cause you're a Hispanic, don't mean that you was a slave owner. You know, I'm just being personally honest, because you know what, you had to leave your slave home and owning land to come over here. What is that telling you? And don't forget, the majority of Mexicans are white. You have that black African or was it indigenous community, the African and indigenous community. You're not a part of neither of them. You're not a part of that indigenous community. You don't even carry indigenous culture. All your culture is Hispanic, you know? This is why I'm telling you, SP, you're not indigenous to America. You're not even indigenous to fucking Mexico. I'm just being personally honest. You're an immigrant. SP, let me ask you a question. How the fuck are you a double immigrant? You're an immigrant to Mexico and you're an immigrant to America. You are Hispanic. You're from Spain. Your people are from Spain. You're not from Mexico. You colonized Mexico. You ran out of Mexico. Now you're an immigrant in America. That shit is crazy. I can't make that shit up. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, yo, you're not even defending. Yo, you're not even making Mexico look great, man. I'm just being personally honest. The French and Euro hasn't forgotten the struggle is for. No, but you gotta understand these Africans in France are fighting while y'all niggas is bitching and moaning. The Africans in France is doing better than the Mexicans. They doing better than the Pan Africans. Y'all niggas is lazy. All y'all niggas is lazy. FBA got your mama wet. Oh, salute, salute, salute. But yeah, Black King, as I told you 2 months ago, you gotta get your shit together, man. Ain't no way in hell that you should be in your home right now eating buttermilk biscuits while your people struggle. I'm just being personally honest. Now we gotta talk about your people, SP. This is why we delineated from your people too. You know? I'll be right back, everybody.
Stepper Renaz. All right, Steph, something's going on with your mic, so we'll get you on when you get your phone together. And let's get Lola. Lola, is this the Dominican woman, Lola?
I miss you so much. I miss talking to you.
Oh, okay. You aren't you the Dominican woman?
Why automatically you consider me to be Dominican?
Because you would brag about being Dominican, right?
Aren't you?
Oh Lord, man, well, aren't we both? I mean, hell,
No, 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 no,
you
no,
blacker
no,
than
no, no.
me.
I'm black, but
You got
no, this is
you
no,
got more.
no,
You got more.
no,
You're
no,
more
no, no. We're not doing that tonight, baby.
right, and you're a bed wench on
And
top
I
of that.
love
So
being
you're
with White
more
Daddy. Okay.
right. So you're more of an N word than me,
No,
ma'am.
no, it doesn't matter. But your wife is Asian and she's
You
Jewish.
no,
Let's talk about
no,
your.
she's not.
Let's let's. No,
Lying on my
no.
lady, ma'am. Lying on my lady just proves that you are a deceptive bed wench. That's it. You're a real bed wench. And so you got to lie on my folks. You're a real bed wench, ma'am. And that's the reality. With cake soap, you put a whole bunch of cake soap on.
So you
You're
don't
not
want to
even
tell the
that
people how
color.
you work for the FBI?
Well, ma'am,
Ma'am, ma'am, ma'am,
ma'am,
ma'am. That's what
ma'am,
you're fish.
nobody
You're
works for
fish.
no.
That's what you're gonna say. It's
Okay,
ma'am,
ma'am, you're just saying, ma'am, you're just saying random
ma'am.
stuff,
No,
ma'am. You just lying just proves how thorough.
This is what I'm saying. See how the Latinos defend the white man, and this is why I say y'all are Hispanic. Y'all are not indigenous to Mexico. Y'all not indigenous to any Latino country. Most of y'all are Hispanics. You know, especially Argentina. You seen the erasure of Africans go out of fucking Argentina. I would never date an Argentinian girl. I'm just being personally honest. And well, y'all Mexicans too. I'll date some of y'all Mexicans, but it's not a lot, man. I won't date a lot of y'all, man, because it's this is the type of mentality that is pushed. If I catch one, not even just pro back, but just a good person, yes, I can fuck with you heavy. But a lot of y'all push that colorism shit. Like SP has a colorism problem, but he likes black pussy. He's a Mexican Thomas Jefferson, you know? He'll talk shit about black people but want black pussy. He'll jump off of this and eat some black pussy. It's just that's how SP is, man. Yeah, you know who you remind me of? SP Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein. You'll talk shit about men, you'll talk shit about black people all the time, but you go yo, but you'll you know you'll force your dick into a black woman real fast. A lot of y'all are like that. And I'm gonna be personally honest. A lot of y'all, a lot of y'all not used to hearing the word no. That's why, right? That's why lately a lot of y'all been killing people because y'all not used to the word no. So I have to say that name calling and stupid hate is what FBA. Shabaka again. Why aren't you on a Pan African panel? Just say like, yo, I like FBA panels. FBA panels is the shit. You let me say whatever I want, Rosalind. I fucks with you heavy. Just say it. You know you want to say it with your broke ass. You know. I'm gonna say this as Shabaka. You're the brokest fucking Pan African I know. Most of y'all niggas be having some type of money, nigga. You don't got two nickels to rub together. You broke ass nigga. That niggas is eating oodles and noodles right now, man. You eating the cup noodles or you eating the the bag noodles? Broke ass nigga. You're broker than fucking SP's country, nigga. And shout out to El Ray. I fucks with y'all niggas heavy in El Ray. But y'all niggas is broke out there. Y'all Pan Africans is broke. Y'all niggas in California, yo, y'all on the broke side too, man. Yo, y'all niggas out here stealing, breaking into shit. Yeah, y'all niggas is bad out here, man. That's why I'm telling you this. This is why y'all fucking with the white supremacy right now. Y'all niggas is broke out here. Y'all ain't got no money, you know?
Oh, I am,
I
ma'am.
could prove it, sweetheart. You know
Okay,
how
well, go ahead,
you
prove
used
it.
to do your Mac
What's going
your
on,
Mac stuff.
Ewell?
You are really you let you said too much, right? Because
You can't even get your
it
lie
doesn't
out,
matter.
ma'am. Ma'am, you can't even get your lie out. You're a tie tongue
You
tether bed
said too
wench.
Oh
much, and we
shit.
got that shit on paper.
You don't have nothing on paper. Only thing on paper is your immigration status, and you're afraid you're going to get deported because white daddy ain't really protecting you like
Why you
that.
suck so much? Let's talk about your
Man,
wife. I find it.
ma'am, calm down.
No,
Let's
no, no,
talk
no,
about
no.
the cake.
I
Let's
did the
talk about
research.
the let's talk about the cake soap you're using, ma'am, and why you're not really that color. And you use cake soap
Why
and filter. Why do you use cake soap and filters, ma'am? You really the same color as Akon.
why do you use
Shabaka, we ain't talking about that. We talking about why you so fucking broke, nigga. How you broken and you live in Harlem, my nigga? You're the brokest Harlem nigga ever. Everybody got money in Harlem except you and the Senegalese people. The fuck? You and all them Akon motherfuckers out there that ain't got no money. Y'all niggas is out there begging together, nigga. That's your coalition. Y'all beg together on Lenox Avenue, nigga. Oh shit. Y'all niggas is broke, nigga. How y'all broke? Yeah, let me ask you a question, Shabaka. You come on here every day. I let you say whatever you want. You still don't give no donation. You's a broke nigga. People give donations except you, Shabaka. Always talking crazy, had never never had dinner at a country club. Listen to this song. Why? Cause you broke, nigga. You's a broke nigga. That's why it's hate, it's self-hate cause you broke. I should be hating on you how broke you are, nigga. How the fuck you broke? You talk about you came over here with $2 in your pocket. Now you out here begging. This nigga is begging and dodging ice like he's Derrick Henry's or something. Nigga, you a broke nigga.
Ma'am, you look like Johnny Gill with a wig without your cake soap. You're
Oh,
and you
very
God.
keep
dark.
blocking me
Right, because
because
you're
you don't want
just
to talk
saying
about it because you're
gibberish.
scared and you're
Man, okay, you're
why you're
just
in.
saying stuff, ma'am. You're saying
Nigga, Snow Bunny King, you broke too, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Broke ass nigga. You broke like your country, my nigga. How the fuck you got more money in your country until you get to America? You ain't got no money, nigga. The fuck? Your country's broke as fuck, but you ain't got no money in America, nigga. The fuck talk about I got 3 degrees. I got 3 degrees. 3 degrees of ashiness, nigga. You broke ass nigga. Fuck.
stuff.
but
You're
but
a
why are
bad
you
you're a bad built Dominican, ma'am. You're shaped like a pincushion. You have a very bad build.
I look very good, very
No,
very.
you
Yes,
don't,
I do.
ma'am.
You
You
make
you
money
you
in your
you got a big stomach and no ass, ma'am. You look like Baby Bop
You're
from you look like Baby Bop from Barney and Friends. You
Oh
got a very bad
man,
shape,
that's bad.
ma'am.
That's bad.
You got one of your titties sag to the left. You dig? Your titties look like ostrich eggs, ma'am.
Damn nigga, you running from ice like that, Shabaka? That nigga's in Virginia. Yo, if ICE is watching this nigga, Shabaka's in Virginia. Grab that nigga and send him back to Benin. Look, bronze out, just crying. You can always tell when a piece of truth. It's a hey yo, Shabak. I mean, Black King, you're a broke nigga. You're mad broke, and this is crazy. You know, like yo, Black King. Let me ask you a question. Do you got any kids? Do you have any kids, Black King? The next thing I'm gonna ask you, do you have a girlfriend or a partner? Because you know, last picture we seen, man, you look like a transgender. So you look like you look like a handsome stud, nigga. So this is what I'm asking you: do you got a girlfriend or any kids? The reason why I'm asking it that, the reason why I'm asking that question is because you know what? There's no way in hell you should be broke and you got no girlfriend and no kids. You shouldn't be broke out here. You talking about credit, nigga. Credit for what, nigga? You ain't got no money. You don't got, yo, Black King. You ain't got no credit either. You're just broke, my nigga. You're just dusty, my nigga. You're dusty like. I'm not gonna say that. That's fucked up. Look.
You're a very bad built bed wench.
Why?
That's why
Why is
only
your
one.
wife Haitian and
Nobody is Haitian in my family. Lying on my wife doesn't negate the fact that you are a Dominican tether bed wench who gets abused by white zaddy. You get beat up by white men. That's horrible. You so pathetic. You let scrawny white men whoop your ass.
Mm-mm.
That's
all right, dude,
pathetic.
done. But
Ma'am,
I have
don't you get
evidence.
your no, let's talk where you no no you up here, you gotta make up shit. White men be whooping your ass. You be on here begging for help when these white men be beating your ass with
Are you
mayonnaise
done? Are
jars.
you done? Are you
No,
done
no,
being
no. Are
pathetic
you
and
still
being a
done? No, no,
Mm-mm.
no, 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 ma'am. You sit up here whining about white men busting you in the head with mayonnaise jars, and now you want to talk greasy. You're pathetic. You're pathetic, and you're strong. You're strong. You're a bad
Do you
built
know who I
bed
work
wench.
for? Do you know I know all your shit, my
Ma'am,
nigga?
no, ma'am, you built like a memory foam pillow. So you work for um, a hospital,
Yeah,
and
that
you're shaped like
nigga,
a
that
dumpy
nigga.
hospital bed. All right. So you're a pathetic bed wench mammy. All right.
That's why he is asking about children. No, the reason why I'm asking you about children is you shouldn't be broke out here if you ain't got no children, nigga. That's why. You Let me ask you a question. Black King, when kids always get involved, why you always gotta say something sexual when kids get involved? You know? Everybody, I think we need to check if Black King's on that registry, man. Cause he's always every time I always bring up my kids or like we're talking serious shit, he always brings something sexual up when there's kids. Why is that, Black King? That's disgusting, my nigga. You're a borderline pervert. Like, yo, you gotta stop that, Black King. That's not good. I know you could do that shit in your country, but you can't do that in America. You're gonna be on the registry doing that shit. I asked you that simple question to tell you that you shouldn't be broke out here because you ain't got no kids or no girlfriend. The fuck? Nigga, you don't need to be going to no preschool. Yeah, this nigga don't need to be going to no preschool. You need to be on that fucking registry, man. Like my nigga, the way you keep on going, Black King, you're gonna be a future sex offender. I'm gonna be personally honest. The way you keep on going, and I know that's your culture, and you could do that in your culture, you're gonna be a future sex offender. Like you gotta stop that, man. Yo, you gotta stop that. Those are your people, Black's King. Those are your people. Those are your educated and your scholars. The fuck? Let me tell you something. Black Americans were the only one. Black Americans were the only ones telling y'all about Dr. York and the Nature Boy. We were the ones telling you like, stay away from that nigga. That shit's a cult. That's a cult. That nigga be doing funny stuff. Stay away from him. Niggas told y'all about African Bombada, another foreigner, another Pan African. And y'all know what y'all did? Y'all niggas died on that hill with African Bombada, Dr. York, Nature Boy, Brother Polite. Y'all all died on that hill. That's when I turned away from Pan Africanism, actually. When y'all was out here touching boys, violating women, taking coochie from women, from little girls. Those were your Pan Africanism. Now you want to blame that shit on foundational Black America. No, those were your people. We told y'all about him. We told you about all four of those people. We said, yo, Bombada was out here taking boy butts. You say he was jealous. You had people attack Black Americans for African Bombada. Especially you, Black King. You the one who defended Bombada. When I say, yo, that nigga stole Hassan Kid, what's his name, Poppy's butt, you was like, oh no. No, he did it. You're lying. We looked him up. Oh, that's fake. I was like, yo, he's a sex offender because he didn't come to court. He tried to hide out in South America. Was it 10 years ago? You didn't want to listen, Black King. And I'm going to say this, you're a predator sympathizer. That's what you are. That's what you are. As I always said, if the law say that this nigga did it, then he did it. He's guilty. We're not going to support him. Nigga, you was still supporting Dr. York. You was still supporting Nature Boy and fucking Polite and Bombada. You could talk about, oh yeah, niggas are pretending, but my nigga, you was supporting a sex offender. You was supporting niggas out here taking pussy. Now you want to say, oh, he was Black American. No, no, no. That's Caribbean shit. All those type of people that were happening, all those people who was doing shit was from New York. And I'm gonna say this: Dr. York is from Boston, but he was an immigrant. I think he was an immigrant. So it's nigga, what did you saying? All them niggas who was taking pussy in New York, them niggas was immigrants. Those were your people, Black King. Like, come on. Like, we don't need to lie. Are all immigrants like that? Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, the people we caught, those were immigrants.
From a lying, scamming culture, beloved.
I'm gonna expose you, sweetheart. You know that.
Man, all you're doing is just saying random shit. You're not exposing anything. You're just saying shit.
Stop scamming
Like
you, sir.
like a musty bedwench tether. All right. And your titties look musty. All right. You one of them stanky
You wanna suck on my
bedwenches.
titties? I give you.
No, I don't, ma'am. No, I don't.
Mm-mm.
You one of them little
I
old
have good
funny
titties. Your
smelling. No, you don't. You one of them funny smelling chicks.
Mm.
You know, you can't decide what level of funk to stay on. You got three
why are you?
different, ma'am, you got four different funks. It's ass, bushmeat, pussy. It's just all over the place. Good Lord. All right. Anyway, musty titty bed wench.
Oh
Anything
shit.
else, dear?
Are you gonna keep blocking me, sweetheart?
Well, we're going to get to the next call because you just saying anything. All right. Thank you so much. Get you in that bad shape up out of here.
I'm telling you, Black King, still talking about little kids. That's the shit I'm talking about. You're still talking about little kids, man. Yeah, you're gonna be on that future sex offender list. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if you're on it now. You got to stop doing nasty shit like that, Black King. That shit is disgusting. And you know what? I'm gonna clip this too, Black King, to warn everybody to say like, yo, this is the perverted shit that this man be doing. Black King, we're gonna clip you. We're gonna clip all the shit that you writing. We're clipping it. So you want to start talking about little kids and all that? Yeah, I told you, and I told you about your leaders. I told them they're sick, and you didn't want to believe me. Yeah, he's a pervert, man. You're a borderline pervert, Black King. And I can say it because at the end of the day, because your actions. I asked you, do you got a girl and do you have a girl or any kids? Because we were talking about money. You brought up sex. We're clipping it. We're gonna clip it. You could try to run all you want. It's gonna have your name up there, Black King. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tag you in that shit too. I'm gonna tag your motherfucking ass in that shit. I'm gonna warn people, stay away from this nigga right here, Black King. Keep fucking around. Tell you, Black King, keep fucking around. I'm gonna clip it and I'm gonna tag your name just to warn people who has children.
All right. Yeah, that's that Dominican bed wench who's always getting beat up by her zaddy. She talks about
I'm
how much
sorry,
she
that
loves
sounds
white
funny.
men and then starts showing pictures of her busted lip like we gonna do something. Please. You better call Ghostbusters. That's who you call. You're not gonna sit up here and call us N words and you got all the smoke for black men, and then when Zaddy is putting them hush puppies on, then all of a sudden, where's my brothers? Where are my
Oh,
brothers?
shit. Oh my
No.
god.
She talks all this crap
Oh
and then
shit.
get beat up by a scrawny white man. This ain't even a big, strong white man. She
Oh,
gets these little
those are the
trailer park
questions they
European men
running with.
who be body slamming her musty ass.
All right, I'm telling you, Black King. That's another one. This is hey, that's another one, everybody. That's another one. See that? That's another one, everybody. Black King, I'm gonna tag you in that shit, and I'm gonna tell everybody beware of this guy right here, Black King. That nigga's gonna try to give me a copy strike when I do that. Watch, and I'm gonna know what I'm gonna say, and this is what I'm gonna say. This is an educational purpose. Everyone, this is an educational purpose. So you know what? He can't strike me now. It's not coming down either. This post ain't gonna come down, Black King, because this is educational purpose.
Yeah. And then once she get body slammed, she wants to call us. And she has a million bedwitch posts calling us bullet bags and all types of stuff. And then when Zaddy gives her the Irish elbow, she gets online.
Get busted in the head with.
Black brother, black.
Yeah, man, they want to call when motherfucker bust me in the head with a fucking potato and shit like that. Now, this is a black hate crime. Yo, niggas is crazy.
Black brother, my brother, like no other. I see you trying to get back on here with your big musty ass.
Oh shit, there we go. We're clipping you. Black King, we're clipping
This
you.
woman ain't got no ass to save her life.
We're clipping you,
Your ass
Black
is like a
King.
diving board.
We're gonna make money out of you.
You can
Oh,
swim.
you. I'm gonna say this, Shabaka. Thank you, Black King. Thank you. You broke ass niggas. I'm make. If you ain't gonna pay me, I'm gonna clip y'all. I'm gonna clip y'all. Make shorts out of y'all, and I'm gonna get my money from y'all, one way or another. You broke ass niggas. I'm gonna be personally honest. I'm gonna clip you too, Shabaka. You're next. I got a few clips of you. Mm-hmm. You broke ass niggas. Mm-hmm. Adam B, them niggas is broke out there. How's he? Let me ask you a question. Adam B is a supposedly white supremacist. I don't really think he's a white supremacist, but he gave more money than y'all broke ass niggas gave together. And I give y'all a platform. I give everybody a platform. I give all of y'all a platform. If you're racist, you're racist. So be it. Fuck it. I don't think Adam B is a white supremacist. Even though he jokes around talking about, yeah, we white supremacists in the building. But yeah, I'm gonna clip y'all, especially you, Shabaka, especially you, Black King. I'm definitely clipping you. So it is what it is, my nigga.
Spring off her ass and do a somersault in a swimming pool. Horrible shape. Yeah,
Mm.
don't let them filters fool you. Her shape is horrible. This woman is shaped like the hunchback of Notre Dame. Like she climbed towers and ring bells for a living.
Oh shit.
Just a bad built bitch. Lord. Now, let me get some more folks in here. We're not going to hear from the bad built brigade. All right. Let me see. And Zaddy never gave you enough money to get your body done like it needs to be. Let me see. Let's get brother Sonny in the building. Sonny in the building. Sonny in the building.
What's going on? What up? Can you hear me?
What's up, brother? I
What's
hear you.
poppin'? What's poppin'? I little bit with Shannon Sharp. I don't like how we all would like whenever our people kind of get wrapped up in these little scandals. We like go out our way to kind of like pinata him for the world to see it. We need to do a better job in handling our stuff like behind the scenes.
Real talk.
I,
Real
I, I
talk.
don't like that. And then too, when all of these scandals
I
and
know,
lawsuits go on,
I know, Robin.
why doesn't none of this stuff ever get like criminally charged and it always becomes like a civil suit? And why don't the people who had these allegations when they get brought up to be fake and conspire?
Because it's a business. I don't think anybody knows, and I have said this before. Court is a business. It's not really supposed to help. It's a business. And the reason why, with your taxes, you pay the judges, you pay the attorneys, you pay the defendants, you pay the um law enforcement, security, the utilities of the building. That's a business. It's a corporate business. That's why I always tell people all the time. Gangs is a business. It's not gangs is a business, and the reason why it's not because you're paying for guns, is because of organs. When you die, when a person dies, you can take their organs. And you can pay the highest bidder, whoever's looking for an organ. This is why a lot of these rich people, this is why a lot of black people come up missing, because organs, so it is what it is. Fuck you, self hate. FBA is trying to beg the white man. We're the only one that fight the white man. Let me ask you a question. When has the Pan Africans ever fought the white man? Y'all niggas is liberals. Y'all niggas is borderline liberals. Especially you, Shabaka. You on the payroll, nigga. The fuck? How you broke and the liberals is paying you, my nigga? You must be getting like some D-list money, my nigga. Yeah, man, you better give up some of that Bucci cat to give some money so you could give me a donation, nigga. Fuck that. Yep, the cartels do that. Yeah, it's a business. That's why it's just black people don't know that. Mexicans don't know that shit. The Latino gangs don't know that. Asian gangs don't really. Asians kind of know that because they dib and dab into the organs game and stuff. And just human trafficking. Human trafficking is a gang too. Like, yo, this put it this way: if you can get some raggedy Asian bitch from Wuhan to give you a massage and a blowjob, nigga, that's a come up. All you do, you just take what 2/3 of the money. That's it. Or you just tell them that they're in debt to come to this country. That's what most of these human traffic. Like, if the thing about it, if Ping Fu could have acted right, we could have asked him about the human traffickings and the sex trafficking, because he knows more about that than I do. Yeah.
To do this falsehood. Why ain't they ever brought up with charges? Like if you lying about getting raped by somebody, why ain't they never brought up on charges? And why ain't they never like ring through the court systems like we are? And then I'll let my play with that.
Right. And yeah, that's the whole purpose. See, that's why they go after black men.
Hmm.
That's why they go out of their way to go after black men, because they understand the racial dynamics. They understand the white media is going to be on their side. They understand the white public is going to be on their side. They understand that they're going to be on code, and this is going to be damaging. Just the accusation is going to be damaging to that black person, and that'll mess the black person's money up.
Mm-hmm.
And they will bank on a lot of black folks to be off code. You see, especially if it's like involving a white woman or something like that. They're like, oh, black folks are gonna kind of be off code because they're gonna have a feel a certain way about the person rocking with a white person. But no, 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 no. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop allowing these people to do these proxy cases, because these are proxies for us. as a collective. So we got to be very careful about that. All right. Let me see. Let's get some more folks in here. Let's get Akil. Let's get Mr. Akil in the building. Akil, where you at, brother? Mr. Akil, where you at? Akil. All right, he's not saying nothing. All right, you do not raise those hands if you're not ready. Let's get
Mm.
Kang. Let's get Kang in the building. Mr. Kang, hop on in here.
Hello.
What's up, man?
What's going on, brother Tariq?
I'm good, Mr. Kang. Where you calling from?
Atlanta.
Yo, I hate when people say, "Hey, yo, what's up, brother?" Let me tell you who used to do that to me a lot. Kwame. I told Kwame, please don't do that. And he starts laughing because he knows how I feel about that. And he's still, hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? Shout out to Kwame, man. You know, at least he gave some type of money. You know, when he was picking up cans and shit. You know, so Shabaka, this broke ass niggas in Harlem with this with the Senegalese nigga about to get deported, nigga. I'm in Virginia right now, hiding, nigga. That nigga's is hiding in somebody's fucking farm or something. This nigga's cooked. I'm in Virginia. You better be careful, Shabaka. If you got your wife down there, your wife is gonna run down. You're gonna run into somebody with a BBC, man. You ain't really packing like that. So your wife, she wants to. I'm gonna be like I said, Shabaka. Women like to be, like a challenge, man. Like, damn, can this fit all the way in? And damn, I want to get my back blown out. That's how women be wanting to feel, my nigga. If you can't do that, man, she's gonna be dreaming about some other guy. I'm being personally honest, Shabaka, man. Some people aren't blessed. Some people aren't blessed to have that, to get that done, Shabaka. So I'm just being personally honest, man. Yo, you better be careful down south, man. Your wife run into one of them corn-fed niggas. Woo! Move out the way, rollerblade and Nico. Rollerblade and Rico. We got a we got a newcomer. Big Jimbo, big black big black corn-fed nigga. I'm just saying, Shabaka, man, we had this conversation before. You got mad at me, Dorsey, Charlie Shaw. I think Ray Ray was there. Niggas was saying you was related to Ping because you couldn't satisfy your wife. Yeah, niggas, yo, I'm telling you, it happens. It happens to a lot of people, man. And I'm just saying this, Shabaka, is if your girl's getting, BBC on the regular, my nigga, it's just you're just you're not even dessert, my nigga. You're like, collard greens. You're not even the dessert. Collard greens, nigga. It's not really there. It's healthy, my nigga. It's a healthy situation. Yeah, that's all you are. Is just a healthy situation, my nigga. So my nigga is Shabaka. Shout out to Shabaka, my nigga. He's not even turkey. The nigga's collard greens. He's a healthy situation, nigga. She's like, damn, I can't even be macaroni and cheese, baby. Come on. I'm collard greens, man. Yeah, man, you're not even a yo. Yeah, Shabaka. It be like that sometimes, man, He was looking for a baddie with no edges Facts, facts, Ray, Ray. Yeah, man, be like that, man. If you ain't, if you ain't swinging, man, it be like that, man. Girls be gonna be looking the other directions, man. Hey, yo, I'm gonna be personally honest. I be watching a lot of Chinese drama. Yeah, it be like that, man. It be like, yo, and I be personally honest, man. And this is if you ain't swinging, man, it's hard, man. Even with these little China women and stuff like that, they be looking for some good dick, man, all the time. You know, and the thing about it, and I always tell Africans all this time, stop saying you be slinging like Black Americans, and they be lying, talk about they on a Mandingo, they're from Mandingo. Group and stuff. Y'all niggas don't really be slinging like that. It's Black Americans, man. We be just be slinging good dick, man. You know, it be like that. That Asian woman left left you for some Mendingo. Who me? Oh, I got it. Shabaka. I don't have that type of problem, man. And I could smile and tell you I don't have that type of problem. I don't got that type of. I don't got a wee wee problem, Shabaka. I never had a wee wee problem. I'm gonna tell you my past problems. My past problem is staying with one woman. And that has always been my past problems. I love more than one woman. I used to love more than one woman. You know, that was my problem. It was never a wee wee problem. I never had a penis problem. You know, that's your problem, Shabaka. This is why you're so faithful for the last 50 years, my nigga, or 25 years. It's just because, you wasn't swinging, man. And I feel bad for your wife, man, because she's just dealing. She's like, damn, man, I got to deal with this for another 25 or until this nigga dies or something like that. I can mourn for like 2 months. Then after that, I got to get a bitch trying to get opened up. She trying to feel what a 7 inch, a 7 inch, 8 inch feel like. That's how your wife. That's how your wife is. She's like, I'm trying to feel what that 8 or 9 do. That's how it be like that, Shabaka, man. Your wife be trying to feel what that 7, 8, or 9 be doing. She don't want no 3 or 4, nigga. She want a 7, 8, 9. Yeah, with girth, nigga. It's like Shabaka, it be like that, man. You probably got a beautiful wife too, man. And she's like, damn, I gotta. Yeah, and the thing about me, I like some cougar pussy sometimes, man. Your wife probably got them gray hairs too, them gray hair with that nice little thick shape and everything, man. You can't even put it in her stomach, my nigga. It be like that, Shabaka, man. You know what? Let me ask you a question, man. Shabaka, because you say you got an African queen. Yo, your wife probably got too much ass for you, bro. And this is how it's coming off as just because of your personality, Shabaka. Your wife probably got too much ass for you, you know? And and this is where I said the 7, 8, and 9 inches come in handy, It's just like, yo, you ain't touching anything. She wants to feel that in her stomach, man. And that nigga Shabaka's bad right now. Yo, Shabaka, it be like that sometimes, man. Yo, that girl got too much ass for you, man. Yeah, your wife must be beautiful. Hey, yo, Shabaka, email me a picture of your wife. I want to see how she look. I ain't gonna disrespect her. You know me. I'm not gonna disrespect no black woman. But I want to see a picture of your wife. Your wife must be banging, man. I'm being personally honest, Shabaka, because you Pan Africans, some of y'all be having some cute ass wives. It's just y'all ain't got no good dick game, man. That's why a lot of these Pan Africans be messing with these rough naughty headed niggas. It just be like that, man. Niggas don't want to be hearing that was that 12 p.m. was a that that PM dawn music and shit like that. Niggas be trying to your girl's trying to get choked and her hair pulled, nigga. Like, yeah. Especially them girls with the gray hairs, with the gray edges and stuff. Ooh, wee, get that ass smack, whack, boom, woo. Yeah, I'm telling you, Shabaka, man. This is just my theory. I don't got a degree in it, but I'm an expert in it. Your wife probably has too much ass, for you, you know, especially when you got like a 3 or a 4, my nigga, and you just saying your wife is just satisfied. Sometimes I'm gonna say this, Shabaka. Sometimes being satisfied isn't enough. You know, I'm gonna be personally honest. Um, it is what it is. Like with my past shorties, sometimes girls have to take 2 or 3 days off. Like it's a job, and I'm like, yo, I had a hard day at work. You know, I'm trying to break your back in. And it be like that, Shabaka, man. So I'm sorry to go off topic with you. Let's see what we have here. All right, we'll do half of this and half of the other one.
You-
Hey,
But how you
Tariq,
doing, Hakeem?
I'm doing
Shout out
good.
to Hakeem.
Well, you muffled, but you got muffled. There you go.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Hey, I brought, I told you about Julian Brown like weeks ago, man.
You probably
I
did.
put
You
in,
probably didn't. It kind of slipped my mind, but yeah.
yeah, yeah, we gotta look out for that brother, man. He was working with Moses West. He did the plastic, the fuel. He did diesel, and he hasn't tested his rocket fuel yet. But that brother is amazing. I'm telling you, like he got interviews on YouTube. Look him up, man. Family, look him up. He's phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm. You know what? I'm sending him a message now. Hold on. And hold on. I'm sending him a message actually. Right now, I'm sending him a DM. All right. All right. But thank you,
Yeah,
brother. Yeah. We gotta. We're gonna look out for that, brother. I'm gonna do it before I even forget. Okay, let me get some more people in here. Bushmeat Barrister. Y'all, man, let's hear what Bushmeat Barrister has to say. Let's hear what Bushmeat Barrister has to say. Barrister, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing well. Um, Hopefully you won't interrupt me or, basically remove me from the
Here
podcast
we
when I want to
go.
get to my point. But
Long as it's not trollish and gibberish. Go
yeah,
ahead.
I'm not trolling. Yeah, basically, um, one of your first, one of your first callers, one of the people who spoke, I believe her name was Melanie. She's extremely delusional, and I think you're delusional
Who?
too.
Wait, slow down.
Um,
Who? No, what? What did she say that was delusional?
she was saying that men desire black women, and that is the opposite. Black
Oh no, we desire black women. You couldn't handle it, Angel. Oh no, it's Shabaka, nigga. Sometimes I think I need an extra girlfriend. I'm- I sometimes I be thinking I need an extra girlfriend. Sometimes Shabaka. It just be like that. I'll say this. My stamina went up even more. I think I got more stamina than when I was younger. Like I could have sex for like hours. I don't know about you, Shabaka. It be like that. It's me. I can have sex for hours, man. I love it. I do a great job. And it be like that, Shabaka. Not everybody. Everybody has that gift. I worked on it. I work out. I think that's why my stamina built. Cause I'm gonna say this. Um, I haven't been this I haven't been this healthy in my life ever since I was like what, 15? Hey Lala Brown, salute, salute, salute. You know, Shabaka Fu over here can't satisfy his wife, so I'm trying to help him out. Yeah, Shabaka, man, he's not satisfying his wife, man. So I'm trying to help him out. And I was just explaining to him, Lala, his wife got probably too much ass for him, and that's probably it, you know. yeah, man. Your wife need Shabaka. Your wife needs probably like a 7, 8, 9 inch, man. Your wife probably got too much ass, man. She probably got them little fine ass glass, some like library glasses on and everything. Yo, your wife probably was looking dope, Shabaka. It's just you can't handle it. You need help, man. You need a tag team partner. You need to tag somebody in. And it be like that sometimes. Diddy had the same problem that you got, Shabaka. You was a great person. It's just you working with a fucking what you call it, a tootsie roll. You know, it be like that. Not everybody can be gifted. Sometimes you just gotta work what you have, or you gotta use toys. You know. Speaking of toys, I can actually help you out. There's wee wee pumps, Shabaka. There's like Robbie, you know what I mean, man. He's not probably not working with a whole tool set, just it be like that, just let me just get back onto this video. Go on.
American women are the least desired women on the planet.
That's cat. Black women are
It's a
beautiful.
fact.
Okay.
And I don't understand why. And and there are numerous reasons why they're known to be very obnoxious, loud. Most men prefer their women to be natural. They don't. Most
Then
men
how
don't
come they
like.
ain't getting at your women from the village you fled from?
Uh, I'm I'm talking about
No,
foundational
no,
Black
no,
American
no, no.
women.
Okay, okay,
You're
okay. No, no,
deflecting.
no.
You're
No, no,
deflecting.
no,
You're
no,
deflecting.
no. If black foundational black American women are the least desirable and people like natural women, there's plenty of natural women in the village you fled from. How come people ain't making a beeline to go get them?
Because they're not as loud and obnoxious
How come they ain't go?
as
Okay, so okay, so
foundational.
then how come they're not going to get them? How come they're
um
going like,
Shabaka, if you really want to know, I'm I'm longer than 3 inches soft, nigga. Like, so it's you saying 3 inches is. I'm just being personally honest with you, Shabaka. Sometimes girls want more than just it was alright. Your girl be wanting more than just satisfying, just satisfy sometimes. Sometimes, like I said, Shabaka, sometimes your girl want to be challenged. Sometimes your girl wants to feel it in her stomach. And I'm just being personally honest. But I'm gonna get back into this. What he's saying: black women are probably the most beautiful women ever. I believe so. They got full lips. They got a dope ass body. And the thing about it, if they're not the most desirable, why is everybody trying to get that figure as a black woman, from big tits to fat asses to shape? It's just what are we talking about? Black women are the most beautiful women ever.
hey, I got to go to Nigeria to that village and go get me one of them? How come,
Mm, I'm not sure why. I think in general, most men of all races, they just don't find black women that
like the
desirable. It's a
ones in your
fact.
village, and they're
They,
natural?
uh, yeah, they're natural, and they're more, docile and submissive, and
And
maybe
ain't
that's.
nobody checking for them. They ain't going over there scooping
Well,
them.
let me ask you this:
No,
it
no,
seems
no,
like
no,
you're
no,
great.
no, 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 no. If you say something, you gotta have a counterpoint to justify why you can say that. You can't even say that, and they ain't getting the women in your village. And they're docile, natural, submissive, and ain't nobody checking for them. So you can't say nothing about foundational Black American women.
Oh, I
They're
can
more
say a whole lot
desirable. They're
about.
more desirable than the women in your village, right?
No, they're not.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely
yes, they are.
not.
Ain't nobody. A lot of the women around the world,
Numerous studies have shown.
women act like and emulate foundational Black
I
American
just
women.
said
They're not
that.
emulating the women in your village.
Mm.
Kanye, hop on in, sir.
What's going on, Barrister? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. These
So,
studies are conducted from pulling Tinder, a few other dating sites,
yeah,
correct?
yeah, that's right.
Gotcha. So that's the nerds.
Yep.
You
You
tr-
see, you see how this works. So if I do a study, right, and I ask 100 students at
Facts, Lala
Marion
Brown.
City High School
Salute.
who's the best basketball player, and it all comes back to Stephen Curry. Now, is that the opinion of everybody, or is that just the opinion of the kids at that school?
Uh, you're trying to
See how this
dismiss.
works?
No, you're
So
trying to
we
dismiss
talk
that.
about women.
You're
We talk
trying to.
about other women around the world.
It's a
You
much.
know, I'm not Haitian, Black American, like Jamaicans and a few other Caribbean places, and in Nigeria. Do you know what the maternity fraud rate is for those people?
No, I'm not sure. What is the maternity fraud rate?
Why don't you Google that? It's pretty high.
Well, it's
So
pretty high here in America too. Um,
yeah, it's not 60%.
well, we're not. I'm not talking about maternity
Um,
fraud. I'm talking
No,
about
no, no.
this.
why am I chasing Asian women? No, I only dated I think 3 Asian women out of my whole life. I usually date black women, and actually, I usually date dark skinned women. Like darker they are, the more attracted to them I am. I love dark skinned women. That has always been my thing. I have dated light skinned black women, but most of my women that I dated have been dark skinned. This, what I had with my children's mother, this just happened and it just stuck, you know. But I'm more attracted. My preference is all is black Americans and dark skinned women. If you see Shabaka, if you see my women, you'll be like, damn, your women are darker than you. I would think you would date dark women. Like this guy, this picture right here with that guy. I date women darker than him. Yeah, I date women darker than him. I love dark skinned women. I think they're sexy. I like all black women. Even women from other countries, but I usually prefer black American women or Southern belles. You know, and that's just me. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Yeah, facts, Lala. Yeah. So it's not that I was chasing all Asian women. I know Asians, Chinese, like certain Asian women culturally, they don't fuck with black men. You don't date white at all. I have dated a white woman before. I prefer not to, but I have. There are some exceptions. So there are some exceptions. So they're not fully. It's not fully no. It has to be an exception. You know. And that's just me. And have I dated a white woman? I dated like three, two or three. I dated a lot of women, but I dated like so when I say like three, that's not a lot. I dated over. I lost count once I hit 20. So it's like I said, I date Africans. I dated I dated Latinas. I dated damn near almost every race. It's just I prefer dark skinned women, dark skinned black women, black American, per se. Uh and that's just me. But I have dated white girls, Ray Ray. I mean not Ray Ray, sorry, Robin. So it's just I don't discriminate. It's just my preference is black women that are dark or just black American women. But I would date a I have dated Caribbean women. I have dated Latinos, Africans. My baby mother's Asian. And I probably got more kids out here that I don't even know about because, like I said, I was slinging dick out here, and that's how you and Shabaka. That's how you know you got good dick when you could sling it and be broke. I was broke at the time and slinging good dick. Women were talking about taking care of me and not leaving the house. So it's good dick, man. At this point in my life, I think bras was a maybe a paramour, but not no gigolo. Yes, I like women, man. I say this: with every good man, there's a strong woman. So I personally do believe that. You know, that's why I don't believe in the submissive shit. Like when a person just being difficult, that's a no. But when a girl give you a little challenge, that's different. You know, it's different. Just a little challenge, not no being so like super fucking difficult where you be like, yo, fuck it, I can't do this no more. I'm talking about like, well, when I mean difficult, I mean like, say I'm trying to do something, but she's telling me that that's a bad idea. Don't do that. That's stupid. You know, she's not calling me stupid, but she's calling the idea stupid. You know, I understand. You know, and this is why I say I per se, and will I tell people all the time, and I tell Black American men all the time, date Black American women. It's easier. Life will be easier for you. It'll be way more easier. Don't date white women. Don't date. I tell people all the time, try not to date out your race because your life will be much more easier when you date Black women. And the reason why is they understand. You date a Latinos, not like seven, not that 3 or 4%. I mean, that 30, 40% they might not understand, and it might be a factor, you know. So, and you will have to explain things. With a Black American woman, you really don't have to explain it because you're a Black American man, and they know what a Black American man will go through. So, it's different. Uh, yeah, like me, I always have to fucking explain. Like why not to do it? Then you look like an asshole explaining because I will say that my Black girlfriend was probably the most fun. Yeah, you know, they always, like I said, they're the best, man. Black American women are the best, man. I'm talking about Black American, not foreign, because then after that you got to deal with their culture and understand their culture. Like I like Jamaican food, but all that other shit and the way how they dance with other men, a nigga might get shot. You know, so it's different. Somebody fucking dry humping your bitch from the back and stuff like that, and they call that shit dancing. You be like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Do I got a pistol whip this nigga to stop? You know, so it's like I said, it's different. It's culturally different. We know you do that to somebody's girl, it's a problem. A nigga shouldn't be dry humping your bitch from the back, or your girlfriend from the back, or your wife from the back, with that leg up like that. You know, it's that's just me. Like I said, it's a cultural thing. Culturally, Black American women will understand a Black American man. You know, no matter, and I like hood chicks too. I like hood chicks. I always loved hood chicks. Sophisticated girls, yeah, it's all right, but you know, like I said, there's a difference. But I'll be right back,
By
everybody.
doing this,
I'll
you
play
have
this.
to do a study, right? You have to look at where they're pulling this from.
Right.
The control group is a bunch of people online who don't have confidence to speak to women in person. So they talk to them on a app. It's pathetic. It's like Revenge of the Nerds. Like, she didn't like me, so I'm gonna
and
change
you
her
and
mind.
usually those
That's
apps
what's
are
going
more,
on.
and that being anonymous, that makes men more
For
honest.
that site. That's not
For
everybody. Everybody doesn't use dating
so
sites, Barristan.
pretty much, yeah, most men use dating sites.
No, 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 no,
There are
no,
three
no.
times
That's not true. Actually, a lot of men actually still approach women in person, social
in
media
general.
directly.
In general, most men use these dating apps compared to
Barrister,
women.
if you like a woman, do you A, go to her social media, or do you B, try to find her on Tinder?
No, I actually just let women approach me. I don't chase women.
Gotcha. Yeah, that sounds real convincing. But the majority of people, if they actually like a woman, they'll just shoot them a DM. They don't actually scroll through Tinder trying to find them. You understand that part, right?
But basically, in general, most
Who has the lowest birth rates in America right now?
I believe white women.
Gotcha. Whose birth rates hasn't changed even with abortion?
I'm I'm not sure. You tell me.
You know who. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you do
I'm
this
not sure.
thing
I'm
where
not
you
sure.
know the
You tell
answer to
me.
these
I don't
questions.
know. I don't know the question. What's
And
the
then you
answer?
come, and then you black women, and then you try to come misrepresent like, well, I don't know. So apparently, the desire hasn't gone down to where the birth rates are going down. When we swing over to the European side, the birth rates are going down at such an alarming rate that their white men did the right thing for them in their race, and they decided to ban abortions in several states, even
It's go-
nationwide abortion ban.
it's birth rates are also going down in a lot of Far East countries in
No, no,
Asia.
no.
So like
We're talking about specifically amongst Black American women. These quote unquote least desirable women aren't having birth rate problems. No other Chinese, by the way.
they're da- they're dating the same type of dude. That's why they're dating weak, meta, emasculated black men. That's
See,
why.
this sounds like a coping thing because
It's not a coping. It's
we
not a coping thing.
wait,
It's
wait.
the
So let me
fa-
straight. So you saying you let women approach you? You don't approach women
as a man, I let my work. I don't chase
as a
women.
man. You don't approach women.
As a man, I have better things to do than to approach women. I let
You have
women
better
approach.
things to do than to approach women.
Yes, I'm not an emasculated beta male simp like you.
Bro, your voice is shaking when you say that.
Well,
I didn't hear a lick of confidence in that.
you're not a bit. I'm not a beta male like you. Most black
Are
men
you
are
trying?
very
You trying
weak.
to convince me or yourself at this point? Because I'm just listening to you, and this is sad. I
Regardless,
almost
man.
feel bad
Let
for
me
you.
talk. Let me talk to Tariq. Let me talk to
I
Tariq.
bet. Hey, real quick question for you, Tree, before I drop. Have you ever made that statement before in your life that you're too busy to approach a woman?
Never.
Gotcha. All right, cool. You have a nice day, Paris.
I
So Barrister, I'm gonna get my brother Mikhail on, but Barrister, look, Kanye makes a very good point. These dating sites, and that's where they're getting the data from. A lot of foundational Black American women, especially young ones, the last thing they need to do is get on a damn dating site. Dudes get at them all the time. So there's a bunch of nerds on there.
I'm gonna say this. Just to be, I'm gonna be personally honest. Barrister, this is the reason why we turned our backs on immigrants or the Black diaspora, and we needed them to. Dorsey, I'm about to end because I'm on a time budget right now. I'll be back on later though. Don't worry, I'll be back on later, but I'm gonna have to end soon. I have to go pick up my son. Um, I'm gonna say this. Um, this is the reason why we turned on the Black diaspora. The Black diaspora has the Black diaspora has failed us. Um, you know what? Let's end right now. Actually, we're gonna end this right now. And I'm gonna say this: the Black diaspora has failed us, and the reason why, just what we've been hearing, looking at the live chat, y'all failed us. As somebody that we used to call our brother, y'all failed us. Especially you, Shabaka. You supposed to be an elder right now, and you failed us in the '60s, '70s, '80s, '90s, early 2000s, and 2020s right now. I feel we can't trust y'all. I think this delineation is supposed to happen. It was gonna happen sooner or later. I thought it was gonna happen earlier. It's happening right now. And the reason why I say it should have happened earlier, I think it should have happened in 2020, 2015, before 2015 or 2010, before Obama became president. It's because Obama hurt the black community. He hurt the black community. He didn't. He wasn't. He was. Yeah. I think he was the worst thing that ever happened to the black community. Yeah, he was a decent president, but he didn't really get anything done for black Americans. He got done for everybody else. He put money into the I'm gonna say this, he put money into back into the state, into the country. But it was out of the sacrifice of black Americans. Black Americans weren't getting jobs like that when Obama was president. And I'm gonna be personally honest. That was the truth. I don't know if it had to do with anything with little Bush, little Georgie Bush, but he was Obama was a part of the problem as well. Um, once we start delineating and people knowing our identity, things will be a little bit better for us. We can all stand on business. We can all have unity as Black Americans or foundational Black Americans. But Right now with all this flat blackness, it's gonna hurt us in the long run. It has been hurting us in the long run. We have been learning that all these crimes weren't coming from Black Americans. It was coming from immigrants. It was coming from people from immigrant backgrounds that were African. You know, these people were out here taking pussy, and now when you look at the registry, you can see all these sex offenders have some type of Caribbean or African or Latino background. You know, so that's always white. White holds the highest percentage in taking pussy, or doing something weird. But I hope this delineation does happen. I think we deserve it. I don't think we deserve to have solidarity with these type of people. No, he was a part of the problem too. Germans, French, England had to mix with other cultures to maintain workforce. Yeah, facts. They had to, yeah. It's true. But are you trying to say Gaddafi, Shabaka? You spell Gaddafi. It's Gaddafi with a G. Um, but I want to give my shout outs. So if you don't know the answer is yes. I think Black Americans has turned on immigrants or the Black diaspora because of this situation. And thank y'all for the votes. 52% say yes, the FBA's turned on the Black diaspora. 2 said 48. I mean 48 said no. I personally think we did, and we had to. It was for the greater good, you know. It was for the greater good, so we had to turn. So shout out to the FBAs who turned and got busy. Said like, yo, we ain't not taking this shit no more. We gotta do our 1-2s. So I want to give my shout outs to Convo, Ray Ray, Dorsey, Shabaka, Adam B, Black King, Lala Brown, Killmonger's my hero, E Will, salute, Bombs Legacies, and SP and the legendary Kick audience. Robin, shout out to you, Robin. Thank you for coming on the show from Kick. But again, everybody, thank y'all for being a part of the show. I will see you later on today.